All right, we are getting live. Mic check. If you guys can give me a 1 in the room there, if everything is good. Tell me if the mic is coming in hot or not. It does seem like it's hitting up in there in the red. I'm going to crank it back just a little bit, make sure that everybody can hear me nice. And there we go. Test 1, test 2. Let's do this. So we are doing a continuation of Mentorship Monday. That landed on a Tuesday due to some circumstances on Monday, so we're back on a Tuesday. Well, Tuesday ran long. This is Wednesday. This is going to be a good one as we go into our new reboot training where everything is coming new. And I know you guys have seen some of the clip videos. Those are still just clips. That is not the juicy meat that is coming for you. Thank you guys for being patient as we are warming up some of our technicians. We've got tech support in there helping us out, taking care of some of the tickets. That's freeing up some additional my time. I won't say it's freeing up yet. As of right now, it's taking up more of my time, but we will get them up to speed very soon, and that's going to leave me to spend more time with you, more live streams, more communications, more trainings, updating the training, the website where you'll have opportunity to track your progress through our training courses, and some quizzes along the way to make sure that you don't forget about a few things, which is specifically what we're going to talk about tonight. I've got some really cool stuff for you tonight to remember. Things to remember. If you are bringing your notepads tonight, you're at the very top. Things to remember. I'm going to get those to you here this evening. Let's begin right now. All right, let's bring up the trading window. First thing we're going to start with is one of our member reviews. Didn't get to last night, and I think it's going to be a really good one. This was somebody who passed a trader funding challenge in a single day, 3K in a day. Let's take a peek at somebody who has learned particularly from us and really capitalized on the masher. So let me come down here and let's do this one here. This should be just the screen. Awesome, you guys can see that okay? I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger even. This is on a 4K screen, so hopefully you guys are able to see this nice and bright. This is rain. And let's take a peek. Let's set this to regular speed. And we've got high quality there at another 4K. And 3300, it's weird, just in case anybody knows, like when you put parentheses around something, that usually means negative. Sometimes I feel like I got to bring you guys back to childhood math, but when you put something in brackets, that typically means it's in the negative. So kind of a weird thumbnail. He actually is a plus 3300 for those of you guys are as confused as I am. If you know your math, it's okay. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to be here. Don't have to be a genius, because the tools do the work, but you got to work on the execution. Let's go. First things first, let's get it a thumbs up and let's press play. Take it away, Mr. Rain. All right. Now, he did say, I think at the very beginning of this, that he was already up on 3 trades. He had mentioned to me he was up 3 trades because he did start out, I think he was up a plus 1600. Let's roll back here just a moment before he entered that trade. So at this point of the day, he's already up 1600. I don't think he caught the first part of that day there, but he did catch the last half and got his recordings going. So he's starting at 1600 here in the afternoon. All right. Is it afternoon? Yeah, pretty close. He's right here at noon. So he had his morning session. He had done 1600. He's coming into his afternoon session here. Now, always pay attention. What time of day? This is one of the things. Write it down. Things to remember. When you sit down. I've told you before, it does not matter when you sit down. What's important is recognizing when you're sitting down. What does that mean? Go to our sessions division. Go into our room. Type ! sessions. Oops. One of the commands. Sessions. This will give you a visual on how I divide this up. You'll watch the first sets of videos. I do it again, but if you need the reminder, that's that one. And sessions 2. because there are two primaries. The session 2 is what we consider after hours, non-US hours, and how to divide that out depending on what part of the world you're in. So if you are in the UK, we have a lot of folks coming from Australia and New Zealand, Thailand, those places, you will want to go sessions 2 to see how that divides up. There's a special thing there at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. So learn those. And of course, we have our usuals here in sessions. That's going to be your morning session and into the afternoon, all the way to the close, even the final 7 minutes, as we call the lucky sevens. We put out a clip video around that recently, so check out those. All right, so time of day. He is in here at the middle of the day here in, what do we call that time? It's called beast mode. What does that mean? Well, there is an opportunity here that you can have one of the biggest plays if you catch the pivot turn. If you catch them off sides, look for the trap. You guys should know these things, but I'm just here tonight. I'm here to bring back the memory of what you've already learned from our videos. Find the trap, look for the reversal, and oftentimes that will carry through the end of the day. Some of the biggest plays, if you are a long-term holder, this is the type of area that you may, if you're a person who's like, you know what, I really like some of those bigger trades. I'm a patient person. I really want to hold. I really want some bigger plays to just hold and not necessarily play as many trades, but I want a hold scenarios. Beast mode is where you probably want to be looking to trade rather than playing the morning session. You want to come in here around beast mode hour. I find it ironic. ICT has stolen my idea, watched my videos, and then he has renamed this to the silver bullet. Isn't that funny? ICT's acting like, oh, I invented this. Really? Recently, he just came out with the silver bullet. I guess who's been watching my videos? ICT been watching my videos. He's teaching his students my plays around the beast mode hour to know what time of day and carrying it through the end of the day. And they're all like, oh, ICT's a genius. Da, da, da. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. One day they will know the truth and the truth will set them free. But this is a beast mode hour a day. If you are in here at this time of day, there are opportunities here to carry you through as we have shown before in our beast mode videos. What's up, Luffy? Millionaire. What's up? We got Hooked on Pips in here. E Skinny, San Roman, Casey, Ninja, Ray, Patrick. Wow, we got everybody here. Cranky Cattle, welcome aboard. Great to see all you guys. All right, so time of day, midday. This is not morning, okay? Got it? Here we go. First play here. Let's look overall. I like what we're seeing here. Straight up types of scenarios in general. Am I going to be looking short? Probably not. This side of the MACV, you can already see the curvatures standing up right there. Now, let's take a peek. Before I'm going to take a trade, I want to look here at the MACV. Look at the masher. So prior pivot, was there a pivot there? Yes, there was. Did we have a divergence there? Yes. If you zoom in real close here, you can see there was a divergence triangle in there as well for that pivot turn. So we match up and we look here for the histogram hill, okay? And he should be drawing a horizontal line there. Now, I'm not sure what he's got here on this pink one. Maybe E-Skinny, tell us, you're here with us tonight. What's up with this pink line that's not really touching that one? Do you take this into account? Did you draw these here on purpose? You know, what's up with these pink lines? Again, I usually draw them white. So, you know, tell us, teach us what you're talking about. I can see your bottom ones pretty easily. That one's matched, no problem. I don't see this one though. That one, you probably need to bring that one down, not drawn properly. So if anybody's been like, oh, I guess you're supposed to draw it above it. No, this is not proper. So first thing I would note is that is not drawn properly. That diagonal should be touching that hill so that he can see the projection over here to know, are we done? Well, the question is you can eyeball this right now. And is he done? No, you should be able to tell, right? That's not done. What does that mean? It's still got space before the next pivot, right? So he's got space up above him, right? So we want to look for a continuation there. You know they're not exact? Okay, well, be careful with that. I would suggest, again, it's my job to help you out. I would draw those exactly so that you don't miss it, okay? Precision. And give yourself more confidence in what you're doing and what you're taking. Here we go, carry on. Okay, so he should be looking for a long. Okay, I see it now. Look, I would have already been in this play. Now, you see how he reacted? Watch his mouse. Where's his mouse sitting right now? Where's the mouse? Mouse is up here somewhere. Okay, and then all of a sudden, boop, there's the enigma. He has to go, oh my, wrecked. Okay, too much time. You know my thing. I tell you guys all the time, stalk your trades. Why is your mouse here? Why is it not where it's supposed to be? Come on, guys. Here we go. Video starts after my third trade. Cool. All right, so follow where the mouse is. All right, I don't know. It literally, actually, it looked like it started right here, and all of a sudden the mouse goes. Okay. Yeah, you tell me. Look, I think you guys tell your own. I don't have to tell you what to do. I just, you know. All right, so he goes over here. He presses the buy button. Adjusts his targets. He's 2 contracts long. Now, I notice he's not using position details. So explain to us a little bit, what are your thoughts around not using position details indicator? So right now, I don't know how many ticks that is out right here. I don't know what the tick value is or the dollar value is either. So remember, position details will tell you how much is on the table there. Does everybody understand what that is? If you know what position details, what I'm talking about there, if you know what I'm talking about, type a 1. If you don't know what I'm talking about, type a 2. Let's see how many people know about that. But my question to eSkinny here is, make sure you got that. Those enigmas that printed on top of the bars, is there a way to fix that? You didn't even state the problem. You know, the way that it's on top of the bars, what does that even mean? You didn't even state the problem. Please learn to state the problem before you ask the question. No idea what you just said, but I know you typed a lot. Those enigmas that printed on top of the bars, is there a way to fix that? What are you talking about? What, fix what? Okay, next. All right, so the trade is moving up. He's, mouse has moved everywhere. Okay, so again, key feature, key problem. He's using the mouse to move this stuff around. Hotkeys. Key, things to remember. Now, I want to point out, like, he actually did. He even with all this stuff, let's keep in mind, he passed with a 3K in a single day. Hotkeys. My question to you, why not use hotkeys? Why are you not using hotkeys? Why is your left hand not over there with the, particularly the break-even key? Why don't you just press the break-even button? Why do you feel the necessity to go over there and grab your stop, wasting your efforts to go and grab and move and be precise, and wasting your brain particles on all the synapses in your brain, firing off all these electrical impulses going off in your brain to move that to where it needs to be? Why not just press the button? I don't know. Okay, wasted energy, wasted thought processes. He moved this manually to here when he should have simply pressed the break-even button. And if you need to slide it up, you can actually program your break-even button, by the way. Program the break-even button to go +1, that's fine. Or you can set the ATM to do an auto break-even +1, +2, however long you want to do that if you feel the need to do this in your trades, or feel confident that you can press the close button up here. I would rather you do that. Remember, I am just trying to teach you how to be the absolute best trader you can be. Okay, I'm not here to like, oh, okay, yeah, you're doing good. Okay, no, I'm not gonna just applaud you and pat you on the back. That's your mom's job. It's not my job. Okay, carry on. Okay, again, what is that? What is that? What? I think he grabbed it, moved it up, moved it down, moved it up, moved it up, and then stuck it right back. I have questions. Why? You ask yourself why. Now, you probably have a reason. Again, I know it gets nervous. It's nerve-wracking. I get it. This is the point, though. We're here to teach you the hardest, easiest way to make money in the world. You hear what I just said there? The hardest, easiest way to make money in the world, because it is. It's just button pressing. It's pressing buttons, but it's hard. It's easy. It's easy. It's hard. It's hard. It's easy. It's easy. It's hard. It's hard. It's easy. It's hard. It's easy. It's hard. Easy. It's easy. Hard. Get me? Yes. So do the small things well, and they'll compact and turn into big things. Okay. All right. Okay. Wiggle the target. Don't know why. Listen. What do I tell you to do? If you're on a runner like this, you know what? Yes, I'll wait till he finishes this one. But it reminds me, I'm going back to a video one of our students posted in the room today. He started saying it out loud, and you guys are going to love it. I'm playing that one next. All right, carry on. The mouse is all in the wrong place. All right, what is this? What is this? What is he doing? What is he doing with this stop? There's no way he can add to his position. No way he's adding to his position. And look at how much he lost on that. Wow. Oof. Oof. Oof, bro. Oof. That's a lot. That's a good. It's a good chunk of ticks, bro. That hurts me. Okay, but hey, I just keep trying to remind myself the guy made 3K today. So come over here and we're gonna go to the wisdom room. And I posted a video like, okay, watch this guy. This is how it's done, folks. Watch this. On the fives, we got this red that kind of pushed it. Oh wait, no, this wasn't him. So again, we're gonna wait. Just wait. No. Where's the one from this morning? I think that about our system. Hold up, we're gonna find this. We're all doing this live stream here tonight. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Bring your questions. I was pretty happy to see this. Remember, combine things. I love this, even in the afternoon, in the late evenings. Dot plus Bollinger Band. Folks, remember, trade nothing alone. I keep seeing people like take individual things, take things together. Fib dot plus a Bollinger. Awesome. Now, he doesn't say what the MACV was or anything else. Hopefully, use some other things as well. But add things together before you press the button. But there was one from this morning that I was like, it was so great to watch, because you hear this trader talking to himself, saying the words that I've said. He said, I heard Vinny in my head and I started saying it to myself out loud to get myself to hold the position. You guys know what video I'm talking about? If somebody can find it before me and post it, it's cool. I'll acknowledge that you are way faster than me. Okay, somebody posted the masher. That's good. Where did that video go? Loved that. Here you go. Forced a giant smile on my face. Yes, he put a smile on my face. Pete, it was Pete. All right, Pete, here we go. Here is the man with the plan. Here we go. Watch this. Now, what's interesting is he's actually, believe it or not, he's taking this with his sim account. So his strategy is he counts cadence. You guys notice he is marking the ones that don't work, and then he's executing. Okay. Now, that trade that he took right there is actually sim. I had to watch this very closely to see what's up. So this one was sim. That's one. This one was sim. Stopped out. That's two. He's doing what? What's that called? If you said cadence, give yourself a hand. Yes, he's doing the cadence strategy with Enigma. So, but he's actually doing a very interesting way to do it. He's actually taking them. Now, sometimes I just sit and I wait and I just count them. I draw the dart. He likes to actually take them in his sim account. And then after, he's got in the morning, what I tell you, in the mornings, especially on NQ, it's hard to find 3 losers in a row. So I say 2 losers in a row. And that's what he does. He takes 2 in sim first. And now he's going to start his cadence and he takes the next one by hand. Watch this. Very good. I was super happy to watch this. Here we go. Now you hear the audio box kicking in to the south side. He marks it. Look at him. Look at him marking it up like I teach you guys to do. How many of you guys, I watch you guys and you guys refuse to do this? This is so simple. But Pete, not Pete. Pete's a success. Watch this. So proud of Pete. Watch this. Swapping accounts. Watch him swap the account now. He's got 2. Here's the drop down. Here we go. He's setting his stuff up. He's increasing his trade size. He's ready to go. So now he's going to take the next one live. He also increased his size. He calls them 111, 222, 333. Notice him? Like, I don't do that, but I thought that was a neat idea. His ATM, this one's called 333, so he knows how many contracts he's going in it.
Filled.
Watch, he's going in long now. Okay, he's in long, 3 contracts. He's looking at his runner. No problem. I don't mind if you move your runner. Okay, remember he's a cadence trader, so he doesn't have to worry about adding to position because these are big plays. He's strictly going off of... Okay, listen, I'm going to be quiet now. Here you go. Listen to this.
Divergence is short on the NQ38.
Target filled.
Signal. Hold it to the opposing signal. Hold it to the opposing signal.
Order filled.
Harmonic NQ on the 2.
Hold
Short on the Divergence is short on the NQ38.
Target
filled.
filled.
Signal. Hold it to the opposing signal. Hold it to the opposing signal.
Order filled.
Harmonic NQ on the 2.
Oh, all right. Everybody type in the chat. What did he say? If you could tell what he said, write it in the chat. What did he say? Type it in the chat. What did he say to himself over and over again? What his statement in the room to everyone was. Post this thing out, and his comment was, your last rate, me talking to myself, repeating Vinny's words. What did he say? And I know there's actually kind of a massive delay in here because of 4K. So 4K, I found is when I'm live streaming out here that 4K has a significant delay. Hold it till the opposing signal. Hold to the closing signal. Hold to the opposing signal. Hold till the opposing signal. That's what I say. Hold till the opposing signal. Hold till the... You notice he had to force himself, but he spoke it into existence. He spoke it. He kept saying it in his head. I was so proud, y'all. So proud. Hold to the opposing signal. Hold to the opposing signal. How many times do I watch you guys play? I think I was watching some of you guys' videos last night, and what was I hearing? I was like, oh, please hold to the opposing signal. And I see you guys moving your stops around, moving your targets, I'm like, hold to the opposing signal. Just hold and press close. Hold and press close. Now, were there some things he could work on? Yes. I'm still going to give Pete some feedback on this. Okay. He moved his stops to break even. He could have pressed the button. All right. Let's do some critiques. Let's talk about the good things first. He did good things. Hold to the opposing signal. He closed it out at the high
Fib.es
of that
on the
position.
1.
He did not
NQ on the
lose
6.
ticks on that. He closed out on the red. Boom. $665 he's up on the day.
Order
Well done.
filled.
Now he enters into position. Now, a little bit of moving around. Does he really need to move around? He should have whipped that up there real quick. Grab it, throw it up there. If he wants another one, fine. Whip it up there. He knows where it is. Visually, he knows where it is. Whip it up there. Number one. No big deal. He's a little bit nervous, wiggling his mouse around. Okay, we can improve on that. Wiggling, a lot of
Divergence
wiggling.
short on the
A lot of
38.
wiggling. Finally moves this thing out.
Target filled.
Finger of his close. Okay, now watch.
Signal.
He's got his finger
Hold
over the
it to
close. That's
opposing
good.
signal.
And he should have just left it there. He should have just left his finger over the close. He is ready to close that sucker. He's already telling himself, hold to the opposing signal. But for whatever reason, watch where his mouse goes in just a moment. Why? Okay. Click, drag, click. Put a couple ticks behind it. Okay. Next. Then he drags it right on it. All that's extra effort. What if an opposing signal came up right now? He can't do anything about it because his mouse is right here. He's going to have to go, slow motion and press the close button. Don't do this. Just press one button. What button do you have to press? BE, the break even button. There is a hotkey for this. Set up your hotkeys. Press the button, and this will go zoink in one keystroke. Your mouse, he could have stepped it. He could have been holding it right there. So again, this one worked out, but to improve, hold your finger over the close. Yes. Hold to the opposing signal. Hold to the opposing signal. Yes, hold to the opposing signal. But don't, how about next time, hold to the opposing signal and don't move your mouse. How about don't wiggle my mouse? Don't wiggle my mouse. Press the hotkey. Press the hotkey. Use the hotkeys. Use the hotkeys. Luke, I am your father. Luke. Use the fork. No, don't use the fork. Use the hotkey, bro. Use the hotkey, bro. All right, you gonna remember this now? All right, there we go.
Hold it to the opposing signal.
That's right. Hold it to the opposing signal, bro. Boom!
Order
Close it. Nailed it.
Harmonic NQ
Nailed
on the 2.
it. Nailed it. You know what I like? Some people, they'll close when it starts coming back on them. They're like, ah! Stop screaming like little tiny, 4-year-old girls. Ah! No, bro. Ladies, gentlemen, I know we got great ladies in here too. No offense to them, but you know what I'm saying. Like, ah! Like you guys are like, panic! Stop. Stop closing when it goes down. Okay, just hold to the opposing signal. That's it. All right. Kudos to Pete. And I loved hearing you chant to yourself. Sometimes you got to do that. Then you get good at it. By the way, if you chant it for a while, guess what happens? You develop a habit, and then you just do it, and you don't have to chant to yourself, and nobody has to make fun of you. I'm just messing with you. All right, carry on. Next. All right, so he's still riding this position. Here's the panic, right? This is exactly the situation, why I brought it up. Because look at all those ticks he gave up. Okay, now I don't know. I think he closed this out before we got to see the end of this. So who knows? Maybe it did come back down. But listen, if you're going to hold the runner anyways, then hold it and wait till it goes up at least, for crying out loud. This whole thing where you're like closing it out when it's going down on you, you're closing it out at the worst place possible. You're like, you know what? I don't need all those ticks, Vinny. That's okay. I make so much money with this crap. I don't need them anyway. Give some for the, just leave a tip on the table. All right, bro. Somebody asked, new here, so the question, sound of the sellers and buyers is one in the Discord or came from the AlgoBox and NT? Comes from Discord. On the left-hand side, there's an audio box room on the left-hand side, and it is free to the open. It is open to the public as of right now. Still has been. It's been for 2 years out there in public. Not guaranteed that it will always be free, but for now, it is out there and open, available to the public for free. So head on over there to the left-hand side of Discord, and you can hear into the audio box Flowmaster system in Discord. All right, so here we go. Now, this one's a little bit tricky. Tricky spot. These are not the greatest setups of these. Oftentimes, like where's the impulse leg? The impulse leg is way back here. Okay, and then now we're in this, we're in this chop zone. Be careful of these. Like some of the best plays on these, it's like this. This is like the perfect type of play. Impulse leg down, pap, 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 and then boom, we come back up with an enigma like that. Look at the beast of that enigma. That's huge, right? I don't even know what that is. That's going to be numbers of ticks. That's 5550 up to 72 times 4, 20 times 4. That's 100, more than 100 ticks from that move to there. That's a 100 tick move that this enigma right there called, and it was after an impulse leg. Boom, impulse leg down, pop, 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 boom, we're up. This, yoink. Okay, you might call that an impulse leg, but think about the relation. Is it really? There's the big impulse leg. What is this? That's a right now. It's where it's clear. This should be clear. Now again, this is someone reading. You have to read the room, read the tape here. What's going on. You don't have to necessarily read the tape. I know this takes experience, so I know I'm counting a little bit on experience here to go, this is probably a bad play. But look at your master line. Are you playing in a master spot that's at an extreme? No, it's literally at 0 right now. So you're hoping that this is going to break down below. We're not even on the other side of that. So it's not like you do have, I'm sorry, going to the long side. Okay, so you're buying at the 0. Maybe a little bit risky here. Cadence, you're definitely not taking the next one. I don't know if you took this one before. I didn't see you take this one. So it's not cadence because that one was a loser, or it's a winner. Right? So you're counting on 2 winners in a row, which is fine. We can, but we don't even know how many are over here to the left. I can't count those for you. But, is this the 3rd winner in a row, right? Are we pushing 4? Are we pushing 5? I don't know. It's not a cadence play. This is simply an enigma by itself on a very flattened ropes. Look at these ropes. They are flat, flat, flat here, right? And again, I'm not really a big ropes player on the lower time frames. I don't really like them on the lower time frames, but I know Mike Schwartz has. He's taught you guys some pretty cool stuff. Also, we are flat over here on the ropes. This is one that if you were trying to filter, this would be one that you could skip. I don't remember if this works out for him or not. Let's play it out. Further question on the sounds. Is it just for NQ or it works in other markets? It works for other markets. It works for all the markets. It is a proprietary method that is not just NQ. It's not just RTY, not just ES. It's not just RTY. Well, let's see. RTY, NASDAQ, ES, and the Dow. Those 4 instruments, it's a combo of those 4. So it's not unique to any specific instrument. It tells you all 4 of the correlated instruments. That's why it's proprietary and why it's run in Discord. Has an entire server dedicated to presenting that to the audio box, audio queue inside of Discord. Okay, yeah, I'm not surprised, right? Again, not surprised, not the greatest type of Enigma. It's just an Enigma kind of by itself out there. It is, yes, I know McAfee Ultimate is green. He's in the afternoon. So yeah, worth a shot. Okay, but that's a significant, semi-significant risk there on a play like that that could easily be avoided, in my opinion. No cadence, no, just get it with something else. I would have even applauded him if he had gotten, okay, he didn't take it when it was right here, but we got in right here because that's a moonshot now. Okay, cool. Moonshot, take it long. Okay, stop out right there. Small stop. But now he has a more significant stop from the top down to there. So little Q in on that one. Pretty easy one to skip. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, so I see we have divergence up top. That's one. Masher, it's almost there. Almost. Again, horseshoes and hand grenades, it's close, but not quite there yet. So there's some risk. So hopefully you went toe in the water. Maybe you can add to this position, whatnot. It's not quite there. If that was touching that line, bro, let's go. Okay. Entry point from what you're choosing, lower time frame. Was this a PRZ cross? I mean, there are several things here, but it's not really a true play, right? You've got a multi-harmonic, crosses up and outside there. Is it, let me look at the delta. Oh, you do have a big delta spike though. So this helps out. This helps. Okay, that could be it. Little bit, I don't think this is the greatest. There's probably going to be a better entry than this one. Let's play it out. Oof, what are we doing? Moving it right up under the crosses. Okay, well, you've mitigated your loss. That's good. Small loss. Oof. Okay, yeah. Okay, but one that that's not a super great play there. Would definitely be waiting for a better play on that. Okay, up top, now it's looking juicy. Now we're talking. I see you've got a high time frame Enigma, which is rare, and look where it's falling. Tell me, what do you guys see? Where is this falling? Type it in the chat. What is significant about... What's the coolest thing? What am I thinking right now? What's the coolest part about where that is landing right there? Pop quiz. King timing! That's right. Not only king timing, double king timing. Yes, whoever said double king, first one that said double king, you are the winner. Was that Ian? Ian coming down with the double king timing. There are two, not just one. This is going to be a crazy play. Or look, I can't guarantee. I can't guarantee it's going to be, but there's a strong possibility. You know what I'm saying? My probabilities have gone up here. We've got a significant move there. We've got a giant delta down here. Yes, I would want to be taking this play. We've got the two crosses here showing we got a significant line level here where we've picked up orders. Those are order pickups. Okay, bat, diamond. So we know that we're also driving harmonic style algorithms, not us, but the harmonic algos are picking points of locations to move them. There is a trap here. How many legs do we have? Do we have a four-legged dog trap? There's one. There's, depending on how you count that, there could be two right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, four-legged dog trap, kind of a fifth. If you don't count that first one, it's a little bit odd and wonky. It's really that 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got a four-legged dog trap, okay? Everybody's looking short here. Catch them off sides, getting wrecked. Look at the king timing. Remember we're sideways up here. Remember we're sideways here. Catch people off sides. Everybody's going to be trying to get short right there. You catch them off sides right there. There's the pickup, the big order pickup right there. Over 1,000, well, close to it. 1,000 orders off sides. That's enough to move it. And here we go. Delta shift. Boom. and Enigma on double king timing. This is a nice play. Nice job. And 2 try rule if you were already trying this before. So you kind of, I don't know how I think he played both of those. I'm not real sure, but I think that he's got a lot of good reasons to go ahead and play in on that for sure. Oh, thanks, Sai. Wow, we got a, I don't even know how that works. A $20, what is this called? Super chat. Thank you, Sai. Appreciate that. Awesome. Hey, we got a super chat. All right, we're buying coffee this weekend. Me and Curtis, we live on coffee. That's beautiful. Thank you, sir. Let's see. See how that Enigma is so close to the algo bar on the 5s? Is that normal compared to how it is in the offset on the 2s? Okay, so that's what you were asking about earlier. So it depends on how squished your bars are. So this comes down to why there's a video that I tell you guys about adjusting your charts. Go to the adjusting your charts video, sliding up and down here. Okay, I won't go over this all here tonight, but sliding up and down here is one. Control ++ to zoom in, to zoom out. Your zoom levels being proper, zoomed in properly down here so that there's no spacings. Oftentimes people are not zoomed properly. So where the Enigma is drawn has more to do with how you're zoomed in, how you're zoomed out. In fact, he could literally zoom this up right now and this would look like it's pulling back. If he zoomed in, it would be closer and farther. There is some play with that you can have, you know, however you like it, however, within reason. Okay, I've seen people like, oh, I really like it super zoomed in. Well, I have reasons that it can't be. Like, don't do too much, don't do too little. There's problems with both extremes. Right? Want to point out another note here. It looks like, look at this significant pivot turn. Is anybody surprised by that? It's king timing. Look at the king timing right here. Look where the move started. Can you see that the algorithms are in play right now? You should. Look at that. King timing there, big move. King timing here, big move. King timing here, big move. When this stuff occurs repetitively, you should be thinking the algos are in play. The algos are in control, which means we have high probability setups coming our way, and you should be licking your chops. And here's another one. King timing, best play right there. Boom, here we go, off to the races. And of course, top side as well. Boom, this is gonna be probably super juicy, I hope. And I'm gonna feel really stupid if it doesn't, but let's see how this plays out. I would definitely be playing this for sure. Again, he's sliding up, he's sliding up, he's sliding back. Look at all these wasted clicks. We click here, we move it up, we click it here, we click it down, we put it back right where it was to begin with. Just press the break even button. If you really think it's going to go down, again, break even. And remember, you can always re-enter. Always write another one to write down tonight. Remember this. You can always re-enter. Type it on your notes here tonight. Okay, so stop out, no big deal. Cool, always re-enter. Boom, go. Okay, if it goes in your way, you want to pop it back again, good. But be over here on the controller buttons. Open, close, hotkeys. And that leaves you to be able to think here. He could be thinking about adding to his position. He can now focus on, should I add more? Should I close? Should I close half my position? And I love that what he's doing right here. He's got his mouse over double. He's got his mouse over half. Okay, so he closed out, I think he closed out 3 here. I think he used the half button. Half close, excellent. Why did he do it? He closed out half there at the red. Now, he's thinking about adding it back if it cracks, which is good. If you crack through that, sure, you can add back to that position. He's thinking about it right now. That's good. Good news, good things with bad. Very good. Got his finger over double. Oh, I don't know what that was. Now, maybe, I know it's kind of tempting when you're recording videos to like, you want to tell everybody what you're doing. Trust me. It's one of the things that I trade worse when I'm trading in front of the public, because I do those things too. I'm like, oh, look right here, guys. And then I'm like, oh, I moved my mouse, right? Because I'm like, I'm trying to teach while I'm trading. You don't need to do that, right? All right. Okay, he's moved his finger to the buy now. He's moved it back to the double. Okay, there he goes. Look at that. I love it. I love it. That might have been the first video we've seen publicly from one of our members who used the brand new double button. Did y'all see that? Let's give him a hand. Everybody type double in the chat. Double. Very nice. Double trouble. He did This is half on, half off ad. I am applauding this. You don't see this very often from a student. He is maxing out his capacity. And no surprise, Rain is a very sharp kid. He proved himself to us before. He's the one who helped us out with QA before. Super sharp kid. Look at him. Takes off half. As that red shows, as it breaks, cracks through, he paid attention to my advanced level videos. He puts half back on, because that's what double is, right? Y'all know that, right? I mean, I could have called this is half. Could have called it half off. This could have been half on. Could have. But half and double, we decided to go with that just because. But you get it. This is half off. This is half on, right? So put it back. He doubled it up. Boom. He's rolling. Now he's rolling 6 contracts. Woo! He's going hot now, baby. He's going to pass that. Yeah, day one. No surprise why he passed his Apex challenge in a single day. 3K in a single day. Now, funny enough, he told me later, he said, you're not going to believe this. Was this Top Step? I think it was Top Step. They tripled his target. So since he got 3K on the first day, they said, well, now you have to make 9K. Dude, these trader funding programs, guys, if y'all think they have your best interest at heart, folks, come on, bro. Come on, bro. They want you to reset. They're like, oh, you made 3K today? Okay, make another 3K tomorrow and another day. And then maybe we'll pay you. And then wait out for a little bit longer. 9K? They change you from 3K to 9K if you do it in one day? Bro, it's crazy. Okay, if you, Black Unicorn said, I would love to start doing videos, but if I end up on a mentorship video, I might have a panic attack. LOL. Listen, I will not choose you. If you don't want me to do a mentorship video on yours, I will not. This is only if you put this in the section in our left-hand side of Discord where it says trades for review, or if I've talked to you ahead of time, or if you've asked me to do so. I'm not going to just put your stuff out here and do critiques if you don't want me to. So don't not record yourself. Be your own coach, okay? You can learn a lot from recording yourself. You can do the same thing. You'd be surprised at how many things you'll see in yourself if you play back your own tape. Think about football players. Like, they could just talk about coach come in there like, listen, guys, last week y'all did X, Y, and Z. No, but what does he do? He brings in the tape. He shows them what they do. So that football player who's there on the field doesn't have a bird's eye view. And now all of a sudden he saw the coach rewind the tape. Okay, rewind that. You see where you hit him right here? Hit him at the knees, right? Or don't hit him in the knees. Hit him in the chest. Hit him in the whatever. I don't know anything about football. What am I talking about? But you know the deal. Like they roll back to tape. You know they're going to the tape. So we're going to the tape. Coach yourself. Watch your stuff. And don't be scared of me. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Okay, there's a lot of inching up here. Listen, you're trying to trail the stop. This is not really helpful. I would rather you see you do what Pete did earlier tonight, right? What did he say? Hold till the opposing signal. Hold to 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 the opposing signal, right? Hold to the opposing signal. Hold to the opposing signal. I would rather you see you do that with your finger over the close, okay? Or over the half. If you're like, okay, I'm gonna take half off, and then you also have your thumb on the close. Remember that. Thumb on the close. What is that? G6. Everybody write that one down. G6. This is your hotkey close button. Okay, so you don't have to have your button here. You can, but you could have half right here. So half on your right hand. That's okay. You can still close it if you feel like, nope, want the whole thing off. You can decide in that last second if you want to take the whole thing off or half. Left hand, full close. Right hand, half close. Everybody understand that? Everybody get that? Type 1. If you're a little bit confused by that, type a 2. If you're a troll, put the poop emote icon. I think I might see an iPad Pro channel talking smack already. That's funny. iPad Pro channel. Yeah, bro, you sound legit. Why don't you draw that little poop icon in there for us? And first troll here tonight. Fantastic. Welcome aboard. You're a moron. Oh, I mean, I'd love to have you here, bro. Love to have you. Jesus loves you. But he's disappointed, let's be honest. All right, nice. Okay, he's taking it off here. I have no problem with your taking off right here. There was a little harmonic there, no problem. We're also at a big target on the PRZ, no problem there. I'd rather see him take off half here. I would be a little bit even more proud. This is a great play here going on, but I would rather see a half off right there. That's the proper technique. Half off, hold the rest, and then close out when he sees an opposing signal. That would be the ultimate way he would play this. Let's see how it goes. He's going back and forth, close, close, close. This is just a bad habit. You're not doing anything by moving your mouse back and forth between those two. You know my drill on that. He's move. Why? Why even inch it up? Just hold your finger over the close, bro. It's one contract. Max it out, baby. Max it out. He can fix my iPhone. I don't even have an iPhone, so no, he's completely useless to me. Oh. Wah, wah. That was cool though. Hey, kudos on that one. He is up 28.70 there on the day now, even with me giving a hard time. So he's within striking distance now of the 3K target in a single day. Awesome work, sir. All right, what do we got? He's got green dot up top, plus, again, that's not enough to take a trade, right? We know that. So he's got to have more than that. What's our MACV? Yeah, he's still got space, right? He's got 2 spots of space up above him if that continues on up. So I like the spacing. He's got space on the masher. We've got MACV Ultimate. It's end of day. Well, not end of day, but he's afternoon session. So this is more important. As I've told you before, it's less important in the morning. It's important in the afternoon. He's going with the MACV Ultimate. Excellent. And now he's taking an Enigma right here. First Enigma continuation off of these oftentimes works quite well. And what did I tell you before? With a play where you get a leg down, whoops, particularly if you get a leg down towards your Enigma and you see that one oftentimes is the one. Works really well with those when you get a leg, nice straight leg down towards it and not a wiggle. We'll try to do some examples of that probably in a whole separate video of wiggle versus straight leg. Coming into an Enigma here, we go big like this. Ding. Check please. Okay. So good one coming down into it, even with the red dot there. If that red dot breaks, we want to add to position right here. He's in 3 contracts long. Great. If he break that, I hope he adds to that position. Let's see if that occurs. Red dot significant push down, so it's no longer a break. So count that off. If that had stayed right there and then broken, cool, we add to position. Now that is no longer valid. Everyone should know that. This is not, you don't add to position now just because that one's there. The dot actually has to break. And a break would be also causing that to disappear. That is not a break, not a piercer, but when it was sitting there a moment ago, if it had broken that, we add to position. It did not here, so you don't. Make sure you understand the difference between that when we're talking about a piercer. Remember, a piercer is a thing. If you don't know what a piercer is, put it in your notes, go through the videos, make sure you understand the piercer, get to the videos where we're talking about the piercer. That is a play where you get any type of position and it is a break of the entry. So in this case, red short, if it red showed up and then it broke straight through it, that's a breaker. We call it piercing because it pierced through the opportunity, and we can add to that position there because it's a break of it. It's some strength to it. It's like breaking it in a little miniature explosion to give you a boost. Okay, mouse, mouse check, normal stuff. I know I'm going to keep saying it until it's drilled into you guys. Like, don't move the mouse around if you don't have to. Like, there's a lot. Can you see it? It's like you can almost feel all the decisions going on in his head right now, right? It's not a calm. There needs to be some decision, but you really should just be, am I going to close this or am I going to add to position? That's all you should be thinking right now. That's it. But moving around everywhere, yeah, it makes me nervous. Close it out. Okay, no problem. No worries. Okay, got to stop out. Some of them that happens. No worries. I still would have taken that play. No problem. Now, he lost on 3. So what do I want to do? I want to be thinking on the next play. I want to increase my trade size. I don't see him bumping the order quantity. He was on 3 already. Right, on this next one, I would probably be going 4. Now, it depends on what he's at in the count. I lost count on where he's at there. So as long as you're the same size or larger, but in most of the time, if you lose 1, I need to go +1. Okay, just that's pro tip. That's if you want to, you know my deal. You know my deal. Okay, going short. That is a headshot short. That's a little bit dangerous. Why? Well, for green here. So this needs to be a scalp. He should not be trying to shoot the moon here, right? This is going to be a target one thing, right? First thing he should be thinking is, now he did size up. Careful there. I mean, he doubled that size. That's, oof, it's going to be, that's tricky. I hope he's scalping this. He does have a red dot here. The masher, we did touch there, but remember he didn't draw this line from before, so I don't think he's aware that this could go up to there from the prior pivot. Yeah, he's unaware that this one is sitting here calling its name, so be careful. This is one that I might be able to skip here, and if I was going to take it short, it would be a scalp, and it would have to immediately go my way or I'm closing that out. I'm not putting a lot of risk on a play like this against MACV Ultimate, not in a place here where I could take it. This is okay, but it's not great. Yeah, okay. Oof, he's messing with the stops. Should not be messing with the stops. He should have his finger over the close. Moving his targets, finger should be on the close. Oof, all this work. I mean, that could have really, it could have snapped right there on him and him not being able to prepare for that. It's really dangerous to do that. And again, why are you shooting the moon on something that's against this? Okay, that target, they're asking way too much for a play like this, in my opinion. Unless I'm missing something else. Okay, I do see a red dot up here, so maybe it's just it's a little bit risky for me. There you go. There's your target one. There's your position. And it's hitting the open line. I would exit, 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 exit. Close it, close it, close it, bro. Close it, close it, close it, close it. Close it, close it, close it, close it, close. Oh, he's adding 2%. Oh, he got lucky. All right. This is one that, these are dangerous because he got paid to take that risk. But you really should not do that. And that's unfortunate. Oh, if he, look, the chart slipped on him too. Oof, okay. So when those work out for you, the bad thing in these scenarios is you almost kind of want to, I thought I was, oh, I'm subscribed to him on my personal account. I'm going to subscribe to him here too. When you get paid, when you do something bad, it reinforces a bad habit. So please beat yourself up with these types of things. Be happy with T1 on that. Okay, it whipped back up on you. And again, you really didn't get that much more out of it, and it would have been better. You just boom, T1, take it, cha-ching. Okay, a little bit too much risk, and that could have just ripped you, right? It just whoop, because why? All of this and all the reasons I just said. Yeah. So just be wary of those. Make sure you got these things lined up. Stalk the trade, take the trade. Don't just react to trade, and then you'll be able to think that through. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Coop said it right. Reinforcing the bad habits when you get lucky. Yeah. Okay, so he's getting short here again. A little bit dangerous. We are in a spot where, markets are going back and forth. We're flat on the ropes. So, there's a 50-50 shot right here. This is a little bit dangerous here. I think he's doing DCDM to target down here. I would definitely be wanting my fingers over the close here. Going against this should still be a target one type of thing. He made a little bit of money on it. I would be satisfied with a little bit making off of that. Just very, very dangerous play here. Hoping that's going to break down for you. You do have a red dot up here. You got a red dot here. You do have a lot of things adding together here, so I can't fully fault you on it, but you can just tell with everything being flat like this, it's just if you got room to play with, okay. And he does. He has plenty of room to play with. He's up 2K on the day. Go ahead, play with it. But if this wasn't the case, this isn't something you would want to be doing right there. Oof. Yeah, okay, see, so again, he got away with this, and that's good. I'm glad he exited quickly, but it's just, you don't get paid enough on one of those plays to take that kind of risk, especially when you're trying. You're like about to pass the whole trader funding. May as well, do those last ones right. Okay, he's coming in the king large timing. Something's going to happen in here, right? We got large king timing. Let's see what happens here. What is he long for? Is it the double? I think he's double dotting it up here. Unfortunately, it's broken up by a red dot up top. So I think he's taking a double dot long. Masher's not in his favor. Definitely a risky play here. Yeah, he stopped out on that. But he's up over 3K on the day. That one paid off when he took 6. Okay, he's got an Enigma. Love me an Enigma. Now, again, this is one that, folks, these are the ones to leave alone. Okay, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. He's not being approached. This Enigma is not being approached by an impulse leg. Okay, so risky play, but he's only 2 contracts here. Can't sweat him. He's up 3K on the day. Man, let the guy play. Okay, he wants to play. And this is where you can play, but I don't want anybody else thinking, oh, you know, I can take this play. If you're up 3K on the day, do what you want, bro. Okay, or ladies or gentlemen, take it, but know that he's well up on the day, but this is not something that you want to take normally. Easy one to skip. Oh, he's got the Enigma up top as well, though, so it's kind of good. Hey, he closed out on the blue, though. That's good. Okay, however, I think it came back up on him. Again, you want to enter in on one, boom, exit on the what? What's that called? The opposing color, right? Hold to the opposing color. Cool. Exit. As soon as you see it, but you got to be on it. Did you see how fast that snapped on him? Wham! All right, so he still didn't get a whole lot out of it. A little bit risky to be doing that. Again, blue dotted up top, blue dotted down below. We're just in this... good places to kind of leave it alone, but we are coming into, I like that he took, it's king timing. Okay, so worth a shot maybe, especially he's up 3K on the day, got one up top, it's king timing, can't fault him on that. Not a bad play, not a great play, it's all good. We really want to see that when the masher is lined up for us too. Masher is like, look at where we're at, like we're right there in the middle. Okay. Got a red dot along with it. Taking the short there. Still against MACV Ultimate. Risky. Got his finger over the close. He's got a red headshot. Adds to position. Okay, may as well. I mean, if you're already going balls in on it, go for it. But close it on T1. What are you doing messing with your target, bro? Why are you messing with your target? Why are you moving your stop? Why are you doing all this? Why are you doing all this? Stop. Oh, no. Finger over the close, bro. Just close it. Close it. Oh, my word. This makes me so nervous. Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to yourself, bro? Why are you torturing me? Why must thou torturest me? What? Oh man, that makes me nervous, bro. Holy shnikes. Woo. All right, man, you got my blood going on that one, bro. Oh, you're up 400, 300, dude. You're up 3K. You're about to pass your test. Yeah. Oh, and then you're messing with the stop to drop. Oh, this makes me nervous, man. I'll just have my finger over the close. You get the play. You know you're going against. Okay, here's how this should have gone, folks. Let me just talk about. Yeah, it was nerve-wracking. All right. We know we're going against this, okay? T1 it, and if you see an opposing signal, you better close that. You would, like, think about how much less stress you would have had if you just closed out at the back of that shark right there, right? The opposing signal is a shark back right there, boom. No problem. You got the headshot all the way down. You get $400 out of it. Since, who's complaining about taking home $400? What? You're up 3K, bro. 3,500 in the day. Take it. Oh man, that was great. Thank you for bringing those in. So I told you we're getting asked many questions. Let's go to it. I told you we're hitting them tonight. All right, let's start from the bottom. Started at the bottom, now we here. All right, question 1. I thought the test was a sack starting at 2,500. Okay, this is an answer to another question. Somebody said, Vinny, how do you know when to go live? Is there a test you can give yourself? Now, you're asking me my opinion. Remember, everything in this section here is going to be my opinion. And I am never going to tell you to do anything. Everything here is for education and entertainment purposes only. I am not giving you financial advice. Trading is risky and all that business, understand? So you're asking me my opinion. Is there a test you can give yourself? Well, I think you will know. I hate to say that, but it is. You are only going to know when you are. Now, I'm going to give you a few things that you probably should do. I think that you should spend time in market replay. The more time that you spend in market replay, the more confident you will gain in the tools. The more that you watch my videos here, particularly around Mentorship Mondays, where these are live action in the market things, which is, interestingly enough, exactly what Stinson said right here. Once you get to watching the small account challenge, watching me do it in real time, talking through my trades, trying to do, now again, like I didn't do the greatest throughout the small account challenge, even trying to teach and trade at the same time, could have done better. But when you're teaching, you are trying to, you know, be a little bit more cautious at the same time, making sure that you're also teaching and talking through every single thing. And you'd be surprised. We all think that we can talk and do other things at the same time. Yeah, it's not better. Okay. It's not. Yeah, a little bit of sloth mode. But watching this, very important, I think. But I do think you're going to get a lot out of watching other traders' reviews, reviewing their stuff. And don't think that every trader is right. Okay. Just because you see somebody do something doesn't mean that they're doing it right. Critique it according to our rules. Okay. Like even there, like, yes, Rain made some money on some of those plays, but we already critiqued it, right? So just because somebody does it doesn't mean it was right. You should give that critique, and sometimes you get away with it. Sometimes the market, you know, does the things and you get lucky. That's good. So to answer the question, when you go live, again, I still stick with I believe that if you're going through our training program, it takes you approximately 40 days to watch the videos. Then I think you should practice for 40 days to create a habit, which this is the habit of how to lose well, which you're going to focus on your stop management, and then the final 40 days that you focus on winners. This is my winning formula, in my opinion. Now, does this guarantee you're going to succeed or not? No, but I can tell you from experience, the people that have struggled, that have come to me, one of the first things I do if I doubt, and no offense, but I don't believe anyone, full stop. I think everyone lies. Okay. I think everybody fakes. I think everybody is full of crap. No offense, but people tell me all the time, Vinny, I watched all your videos. Okay. When I see the level of struggle that they're in, when they're like, and they're asking basic questions, I'm like, no, this person, I have a hard time believing sometimes when you guys say, yeah, I watched all the videos. I love y'all. Okay. But listen, you might have watched them, but I think there's a difference in who's got a good phrase for this. It's like you can watch, but you didn't absorb, right? What's a good way to say that? It's like attaining and retaining the information is different than just watching. It's like, I don't know, watching a movie versus taking notes on the movie, like memorizing the quotes from a movie versus watching the movie and enjoying it, like watching it to enjoy it, I guess. Are you actively participating while you're watching the videos? Okay. Because, but then there's some that I will literally go, hey, would you mind? Let's do on a screen share real quick. And you know what I do? I was going to tell you, like, I'm warning you, I will get on your computer and I will go to the mentorship library section and I'm going to click on them and I'm going to see if they were watched according to your watch history. And, you know, it's not in the watch history and there's no like on the video and you're telling me you watched it. Listen, I ask you for a very simple thing. Press the like button. In fact, while we're here right now, how about you do that right now? Everybody take a moment and smash that like button for me, would you? That'd be awesome. Appreciate you. But when you don't just do this right here, that's an easy way for us to track what videos you've watched and which ones you weren't. I can give you better feedback and better information around what you've done, knowing what you've watched and what you didn't watch. I'll be like, oh, hey, look, you didn't watch the stalk video, stalk your trades video. I think it's a very important one. Oh, hey, look, you didn't watch the how to improve your market replay video. I really think this one's good for you. Or, hey, you didn't watch the 10x video. I'll tell you everybody right now, everybody ought to put this one in your playlist. Practice at 10x. And I don't mean speed. See, people think, oh, I got it, Vinny. You want me to pray at 10x? No, I don't. Watch the video. I'm not, that's a cliffhanger. You should go watch the 10x video. It's not about the speed, though it's in there, but it's a kind of a play on you. I want to see who actually watched it, because some people think, oh yeah, I read the title, I know what he means, skip, next one. Okay, I get it, we're all busy. But please, watch the videos, attain the information in the videos, do the executions in market replay, and then I'll ask them, hey, do you have any videos around it? No, you don't? Okay, how about any screenshots? Did you save screenshots from it? No, you weren't taking screenshots? Well, I think I told you to do that here. So why is it that you listen but you don't do, right? This is a scripture passage for this. It says, don't be hearers only. Be ye doers of the word, not hearers only. I'll ask you the same thing in our stuff. If you want to be good, and by the way, like, that's not God trying to punish you for it. He just knows that if you do, your life will be better. And same thing here. Your trading will be better if you do, okay? Love you guys. Trying to tell you to do, do the things. All right. That's my opinion on that. Next question. iOS official, let's see. When and where's tonight's QA? Will it be recorded? Yes. Won't be able to tune in tonight. That's okay. When and where typically announced. Okay, yeah. How about like and subscribe? Ding! Every day is potential lucky sevens as it's time, 3:57. I have not heard of any disqualifying lucky sevens due to FOMC. Okay, somebody said, hello, lucky sevens on FOMC. Yeah, I don't really have a disqualification of that. Remember the qualifications that are on the lucky sevens are, trap, plus time of day, right? Plus entry in the opposite direction of the trap. Okay, does it happen every single day? No. There is, again, you need to get good at this. If you're going to be a lucky sevens trader, play a lot of the last 7 minutes of the day, and you'll be able to feel the days that do this. Okay, those are the days that are going to end with a full bar on the daily bar. The daily bar will literally look like this, or it doesn't have to look like that, but it can look like a long side would look like this, where we end on the high of day, maybe a little tiny little wick on it on a daily bar type of thing. But these days, look on the daily chart. These happen quite often. But the lucky sevens trade, no. The answer is no. We don't do anything different on an FOMC for lucky sevens. Next question. Let's see. Or it says, hi guys, I don't see the strat section. Latest strat with Enigma. Where is it? These are the ones that they do make me a little bit nervous. Martin, please go through the training video list. I think you're cherry picking, and the cherry picking stuff can be difficult and dangerous. Now, if you're an Enigma trader and you want to do Enigmas only, I have said that there is kind of a shortcut there. If you want to do the Enigma strats, well, you need to know all of the Enigma strats, not what's the latest Enigma strat. You shouldn't just, again, this is a weird question. It's a dangerous question. I love you guys. Okay, Martin, watch all of them, do them in the order that they're there. There's not that many Enigma strats to begin with. There's only a handful of them. We're talking about Enigma Cadence. There's Enigma AudioBox. There's Enigma Moonshot. There's Double Enigma. There is Enigma inside of Lucky Sevens. And off the top of my head, you guys tell me if I'm missing one. But that's all of them. And they're all on the newest AlgoBox official YouTube channel. And there's not that many videos on the new official YouTube channel. So if you are asking specifically about Enigma only, I think in combination, probably all of the AlgoBox official videos would be good for you to go through. So we're here. Yeah, there's only 36 videos there. There you go. Watch all 36 videos. Don't just ask for the latest one. That's not going to help you. Okay, in my opinion. And if you want to know what the latest one is, I mean, this is some logical stuff. You can click on videos and, the latest is here, and then move your way down, right? The most recent ones are here. So, yeah, hopefully that's helpful to you. But yeah, making me a little nervous with your line of questioning there. Just be careful. I want you to succeed. All right. For the cadence strategy, we start the count at 9:30 Eastern time. No, I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that at all. No, like, yeah, watch the cadence video. Can I refer you back to your cadence video? Please watch the cadence video. That'd be good. But no, the answer is no, you shouldn't start at 9:30 a.m. Let's see. Tino said, the other day I watched this video again. I'm testing it in the NQ with the wait for it. Good trades are presented, but maybe I'm wrong with what I do. This is a bit of an older, I would call this a deprecated strategy, because there are other strategies that are way more powerful than this. This was kind of a generalized explanation. Oh shoot, this isn't even the one I thought it was. Oh, this is even worse. Moving average cross, that was me doing a demonstration example of just in general how things. This is what I mean by I don't like teaching full auto at all. People get so lost. It takes a different type of person to study and learn and understand full auto, in my opinion. You are free to have your own opinion around that, but I do not. Don't. I almost want to go and delete this video, knowing that it's there. It's a standard moving average cross. This is literally the basic of the. I explained that in the beginning of this video, that this literally comes free in NinjaTrader. Like it's like doing a Hello World program, your very first program you ever write. Of course, everybody writes a moving average cross entry strategy. It's so simple, it's so basic, and sadly enough, people are out there selling this garbage. TTP, if y'all know who TTP is, I mean, they're selling exactly this. It's so stupid. They took NinjaTrader stuff and then added a couple of other filters on it, and yeah, it's bad. Let's see. Did you mean MACD? Okay, Vinny and crew. Is there any updated video on how to use the MACD? I'm testing it and seems essential. Okay. So I think he's still, again, he's watching 7-year-old videos from year 1. I mean, that's neat and cute, but I have a video list that doesn't include those for if you don't want to waste, is waste the right word? Yeah, I don't want you to waste your time. I don't think that they're necessarily fully a waste. You're going to learn something from any of the videos, but if you want to do an order of importance and you want to increase the value of your time, then you want to go through the curated training list from top to bottom. And the things that are extraneous like this, if this is for fun, yeah, no problem. But when you say things like how to use the MACD, I'm testing it and it seems essential, whatever seems like, what experience, listen, don't, you're getting yourself in a very difficult position. We have something called the MACV. It also concerns me that you're not even speaking our language. The MACV is not the same as the MACD. The MACD is specifically, that stands for divergence, and that's a whole different thing. Moving average cross divergence. We have the MACV. There are some correlations, but they're not. Just please, Tino, get back on track, bro. I'm helping you out here. Get back on track. Watch the videos in the proper order, and you will come across the MACV, not the MACD videos. And we even showed tonight how powerful that can be. Yes, it's important, especially on the histogram, knowing using our little masher version of the strategy to know how or when you want to hold something longer or take a pivot position based on how we read that. And it's in the masher strategy video. So watch the videos that we assign there. It would be a better use of your time, in my opinion. Remember, everything here is my opinion and mentoring you as a person who's been doing this for a very long time. All right, my notes: recency is key and go with the direction of the last dot. I like the sound of that. He answered who? He said 2 different dots and a harmonic. I took the last one. Was it a good call? 2 different dots in a harmonic. Okay, so that is actually called a harmonic dot. It concerns me when somebody doesn't say what it's called. Okay, so I can tell this person has not watched our videos enough because he's not calling it an HMD and he's not calling it a harmonic dot. Okay, so I don't think that this person is really, not asking good questions. Why? Because you haven't watched the videos. Cart before the horse. Is it a good call? I don't even want to look at it because it's probably not going to be a good call. I don't think that you're asking the proper question, but I'm going to go ahead and let's take a peek at it. But I'm prefacing that I have no idea what I'm about to look at here. Okay, so he's talking about this. Okay, so it is a harmonic dot. There is a cluster of things going on right here. Probably a spot here to skip on. However, I would be taking this as a long because recency is key. So the answer, now I understand why Double, he knows his stuff. So Don W, he said recency is key. Yes, this is exactly what I've said. When you are trying to decide between 2 dots in an area, if you need to make a decision and it's inside of one of these zones, recency is key. So which color was most recent? The most recent one in that was a green. You have to look very closely to assess that. But in that case and scenario, it is recency is key, which would be a green dot. So we have a little green dot reaction emoji icon thingy-mabobber here. So I'm going to go down here and press the green dot. So the one that you should have taken here is the green dot. Now, he asked, was he correct? Hard to even tell. Guy's not even using an ATM. What is going on here? Stinson, you don't even have an ATM. I can't see where the target is. It's literally sitting in the same place here. I mean, I could give my best guess. It looks like you are long. I can see it a little bit better here. Okay, but you didn't even say, are you long? Okay, well, if you took the green, then yes, you did a good job. It's tough because you have a pink and a red right there, so a little bit of a little bit nervous. However, this will probably break, and you've got a target right there on the diamond. This is how we would play this in general. I would target the diamond up above, and yes, I would take that as a green to the long side, but it's tough because you first might see that as a short. Hopefully the MACV is already telling you that you should be going to the long side. We've got some nice action on the deltas to push you up. There was the big one back behind you, trap and move. You've got the original right here. move, and then we're up and up. That will probably break. A lot of people trying to short that, going to get roasted and probably launch to the top side, but that's just experience speaking. But the answer to your question is recency is key. Green dot would be the one. And yes, you actually did it right. You took to the long side. Also, another thing, I like this right here. You're also in a green harmonic off on the top high time frame there. You got an up to finger there as well. So yeah, a lot of things going on there, but the question was around this. You should have called that a harmonic dot, so be careful on that. And recency is key on the harmonic dot, so you know that you're taking a green one. Bingo, you got that one right, brother. But a little bit concerned. Dots and a harmonic. It's called a harmonic dot or HMD. Refer to it as HMD. We do refer to that one quite often. Which entry pair is the best with DCDM for diversification? What entry strategies pair best? Pair. So that means 1 plus this for diversification. Diversification is defined by more than 2. So number 1, bad question, a pair, and then mentioning diversification. You get my point. I'm not trying to part hairs here with you, but I am. It's just how I am. It's how I'm wired. I know what you're asking here. You're asking me to help you pick what other strategies that you should use. For context, it looks like I will have to trade at night. Okay, so he's giving me further context. For about 2 months to adjust my sleep schedule for trading daylight hours, and it did not go well. Okay, so he might be on the other side of the world. I see an image of, it looks like, well, I don't know. I don't want to assume where he is. But okay, so he wants to trade night times. Okay, we have a thing for that. Let's pop that up here in pub chat. So type exclamation mark sessions 2, because you're going to be in the overnight. And look at this right here. Let me click the ping one. So key times, nighttime, you're going to have, number 1, you're going to have less opportunities overnight. You're going to be looking at 2 particular places. Here is the 2 p.m. to 3 a.m. Go watch the video around this where I kind of explain that. You want to also play on days where oftentimes, mostly Wednesdays and Thursdays, so that you get the extra volatility of Red Star news events that are scheduled on a weekly basis. Also, you're going to need to really pay attention more so around earnings season. You are going to have to take some time off. I really don't think that you should be, if you're trading the overnight hours, again, you can make plenty in days at a time, but you remember you need to play this and trade this as a business, not sport. Full stop. Play this as a business, not a sport. Okay. Volatility naturally comes in the Asian close plus European open right here at 3 a.m. where you get the crossover between the opens and closes of markets. This is the Asian and European sessions here. And actually, hold on. I think I might have. European opens at 6 a.m. I might need to correct this image. I just realized. But anyway, there is a crossover of an open and a close here at this section. Oh no, it is a European session. Yeah, and then it closes at 11. I'm silly. Sorry. I'm tired. It's late. All right. Been a long day for me. I have literally been speaking for hours and hours today, trying to do some stuff with our training guys and things. So I apologize there. Yeah. So if you're working the overnight, pay attention to this there. You need to mostly trade Wednesdays and Thursdays to take the biggest advantages. Other days you need to just be very weary or extra volatility. You're going to need, remember in that video I talk about during the overnight, I do not recommend trying to be a trader every single day. You're going to have to pick your times and get some of that volatility. Okay. And I go watch the video. This screenshot is not enough. Please watch the videos. And I do answer those in the video. That's literally, I think, like video number 2. It's either 1 or 2 in the primary lessons. So again, I think people skip through these and just come and ask the questions. I don't mind answering them, but it makes me nervous when you guys ask the questions that are in those videos. So please watch that, especially if you've got this kind of question and you're trying to choose. DCDM, you are an Enigma player. So if I were picking just one, because that's what you asked me, what would pair with the DCDM? I love the Enigma. I would definitely be doing the Enigma. DCDM, also my number 2 favorite. I can do all kinds of things with DCDM. DCDM, you have DCDM, or you have double cross reversals, right? Around the edge of zones. Pair it with the Masher. Masher is another one to pair it with. And then gold line reversal. all in combo with crosses if you're already looking at crosses. Okay. But all of our stuff, it's all good, man. All of it is good. Depends on what shows up, and make sure you got some volatility to pick it up. Follow the rest of our rules. Let the tools do the work. You execute. You'll execute well. That's our focus. All right, next one. What do you mean by Enigma Workshop? Okay, that's screwed up here. Thank you very much. Let's see, make sure. Okay. Purpose asking question, disagreement, U.S. government. He's asking about pricing. It's fine. Appreciate you. Gonna look into this. Okay, next one. Tried everything so far. No changes. Something's wrong on my end. Thanks for this position. Posting this. It reminded me to post this question. What is it? So going through your videos, I see the progression of tools and indicators. Okay, such as the creation of the Enigma, full auto Enigma, and other indicators in the past few years. I've noticed your setup has changed a lot since then. Would you still recommend people trade the standard AlgoBox setup, or do you think the more recent setup using the Enigma workspace has a higher rate of success for your students? Roast me if this is a dumb question. I just make sure I'm the best setup and understand the easiest route to take. Okay, first thing, take notes. Everybody should probably take this because I do think that you should look at this video. Let's go to Pro Chart Layouts, this video right here. Okay, go right here talking about layouts, and I kind of went through this a bit. I will give a summary of it, but I go into detail here. It's a 1 hour going through each of them, the advantages and the disadvantages of each of them. My opinion, so let me back up. One of the things when I'm out here doing live streams, I am catering to the public. Okay, oops, you can't tell what I'm writing there. It's public. It's trying to write public. Okay, is overwhelming Muppets. Okay, ICT students come here. Look at all the charts. Look at all the lines. Okay, I did. I cater. I'm like, listen, bro. I can trade with one chart if I wanted to. Okay, I can make as much as they can by farting. All right. But if I really want to maximize myself, you guys have seen me in Small Account Challenge. I've got all 4 instruments out and up, 5 charts each, all in my eyeballs view. And I don't have to switch around. They're all laying there in front of me. My personal preference for me, and I think other people as well, that you're better off seeing everything. Now, this is once you have felt you got in an area where you are calm under pressure. If you're still doing this stuff that and listen, I get it, it's hard, because I can tell why it's hard, because I see everybody doing it, like fidgeting, oh, I got to fidget, oh, I got to move my chart, oh, I got to, if you're doing that, bro, yeah, you probably might need to stay on a little bit fewer charts for a while, but once you get good at it, you're just going to be able to read the market. You just read it from left to right, high time frame to low. And I do kind of go in that. Let me open up this. We are showing that here now. This video here real quick. I'm going to turn off the sound here, and let's go to like a full screen layout. The 5 charts, when you can see all 5 time frames all at once, I still think that is personally best, because I can read all of it just by at a glance. I don't have to click anything. I don't have to move anything around. And that would be a setup like somewhere in here, because I'm talking about the newer ones. Okay, I know this is, look, see this? This is overwhelming to most newbie traders. They're like, oh, I instantaneously, their brains explode. I mean, half these kids can barely brush their teeth. Okay, when their moms heat up a hot dog, they think that that's home cooking. I get it. Okay, 2 ingredients or more, like they're like, oh, that takes 3 ingredients, I'm out. Okay, so this is way too much for them. To me, this is a beautiful thing. I can see all 4 markets. I know exactly what's going on here. You need to know your workspace. I can easily draw crosses right here. So I know up here I have the YM. These are 5 charts. It's just 5 time frames. Okay, don't sweat it. 5 time frames each. YM, ES, RTY, and NASDAQ. I have the primary buttons that I push. You'll notice they're right here in the center of my screen. I think it's good to have your buttons center, because I'm a gamer. I want, I want to glance to the left, glance to the right, but my hands is here. Okay, so I've got my NQ. I trade the NQ the most. Why? Because it makes the most money in the least amount of time. Why? Because of its speed, right? We know this guy is the fastest. Now, when it's too fast, what do I need to do? I need to slow down. I shift gears. Remember my gear analogy. Pretend like this is a giant gear here. Okay, I need to lower my gears, not just one gear. Switch complete gears. Each one of these is a gear. right? This is a very high-speed gear, Lamborghini-style gear. Great, Lamborghini's great until the market starts getting, now you need your Jeep, okay? I need to turn into a low torque gear. I might need to come over here to the ES when the market's getting super duper fast. And then there's the two in-betweens, YM and RTY. These are nice, rosy, cozy speed markets. However, I want to make the most amount of money in the least amount of time. It's everybody's effort. It's why everybody works their jobs and why they try to get themselves to get paid $50 an hour, not $25 an hour, even if it's the same job, right? So know what you're looking at. I think that this, yes, I personally believe this is the best style layout. I can see everything. I have everything at my fingertips. This is what I like to play off of. Now, again, this is overwhelming. If I'm on public and I'm trading this, they're going to be like, oh, fuck it, I'm out. Pardon my French. I'm trying not to cuss as much. But they're overwhelmed already. But when you really break this down, there's one chart I'm executing on, right? My last minute is right here. I should have already stalked the trade. I've already made my decision. I've read from here to here to here. I'm reading left to right, just like you do a book, right? Now, most of these kids, they've never even read a book their whole life, right? So I get it. It's beyond their capacity to do so. So when I come out here in public and I squeeze it down, I've got 3 charts, folks, okay? I am trying to dumb this thing down. I'm showing you that even on 3 charts, quite frankly, you can do all right. You can do quite well, in fact, okay? A few key principles for each strategy, but what I like to do is be so versatile that I can trade any market, any time frame, any speed of the markets because I can gear shift and I can see other opportunities. If NinQ is not giving me an opportunity today, okay, well, what if I can just look up? Why wouldn't I just look at and put my eyes right up here? Look up here. Okay, maybe I look my eyes over here. Is there an opportunity there? Take it. Cool. Nice. Got a bag. Next. That's my opinion. I still think that the original OG workspace is still, in my opinion, superior to other ones. That's my opinion because I can read higher time frames, and that's what you ultimately, I believe, want to be able to do. Now, that still takes more time. So here's the thing. I think it takes more time to learn the OG, be able to read left to right, I think. You guys tell me, what are y'all's opinions? Like, put it in the comments. Like, do you think that reading the left to right, as I've taught you, if you've been through my training program, please don't respond if you haven't been through my training program and don't know. It's quite simple. High time frame, execute on the low, read left to right, center chart, final decision, stalk the trade, enter. Or enter. Big trade here, small trade here. Simple. Pretty simple, in my opinion. I think this is the best way to do it. I've seen everybody who has this style of layout, they tend to do better just in general. I see people who go away from my layout, they struggle the most. Just a hint. Just a hint. I have seen people, as they shift away from this, it gets worse. Now, I've seen some people get clever when they expand one of these out. I actually like this setup. Some people take this chart and this chart, and they will stick it right here so that the buttons are right here. Center when this is a big full screen setup. So they put the MACV chart on the right once they've gotten used to, but see, this kills the whole read left to right thing. I like to do it like this because it's easy for me to teach. But yes, if you want to put the MACV on the right, and so you're reading from the high time frames here, high time frame here, and you're executing in the center, I got no problem with that either. I think that's pretty, it's a wise layout and setup as long as you know it. But then that breaks my whole, hey, I like to read left to right. But once you get good at reading left to right, the remix, if you're playing my song really well, you play some Beethoven's Fifth really well, fantastic. Remix that sucker. Great. Remix once you're good at it, right? But learn how to play Beethoven's Fifth exactly the way the original designer created it first, then come back and do your remix. A lot of people try to remix before they learn how to play it well. That's my suggestion around that. So the answer to that is I believe that the traditional setups are better and superior when I'm out here in public, because he's asking, well, Vinny, why are you doing this layout now? You think it's better? No, not necessarily. In fact, one of the drawbacks to this, I have to use this tab sheet right here to look at my other time frames. You see those 3 tabs right there? Those are 3 time frames. I can't see this time frame and this time frame. For me personally, my brain, I have less insight, and I have to work harder technically because I have to remember what the higher time frame is doing. I have to have already made that decision, which again doesn't shift that much, so it's not that big of a pain. But if I want to see those other time frames, I have to select them now. But I do maximize the execution, which I have said before. Execution is greater than analysis. So I have to do more analysis here with the other charts. I like to have them all laid out rather than 3. I would rather see all 5 of them all at once, all spread out across my monitors, but I can't really showcase that well on a live stream. So when people are asking, well, Vinny, why are your live streams on these smaller ones? It's simply for demonstration purposes, that it's easier for people to digest this than it is. If I could go back to that, you know the thing. So this is a standard layout. This is our 5 charts. Yet if you're going to go down to one instrument, this is actually, I still think this is superior from a standpoint of being able for you, if you want to become a greater trader and understand the markets, seeing all 5 time frames is best in my opinion. Reading left to right, I think it's very simple. Think of these as this is your final filter chart right here in the center, final filter right here. And then here you are doing what? You want to stalk this trade. You are ready to pounce on it. You should not be reacting. Okay, I don't want you to react. I want you to stalk it and be ready and boom, 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 pounce. Know exactly how many contracts you're getting in on the next play. Following and using, what's this up here? This is our 5 trade tracker. Everyone should have one of these printed out, right? Or, Millionaire has a very beautiful copy like this one he sent to me. Yes, this is a live video up here. Hi, everybody. Waving at you. What's up, deuces? To have your way to track the 5 trades, because you will lose track of them. You'll lose where you're at. You're like, okay, how many trades am I on right now? Type of thing. And don't forget, winner, winner, chicken dinner, folks. I am telling you, especially as a new person, if you are going live initially, you need winner, winner, chicken dinner. 2 winners. Stop trying to go for all 5 winners. Okay? I don't think you're ready for that when you first start. So if you are starting after your 120 days and you're jumping in, look, be happy with you'll over time, you will gain more and more knowledge. And later on, if you want to start turning this into 3 wins, great. But winner, winner, chicken dinner plus a bonus. And remember, you're not trying to swing for the fences on the bonus. You're just trying to add to it. Does anybody live off of their bonus? I've mentioned this before. Somebody like, oh yeah, I want to live off my bonus. You don't think about what I just said. If your boss came to you and offered you the opportunity, you have a choice. He said, oh, you like bonuses? Well, okay, I'll give you a bonus, but you can only live on your bonus or you can live off your salary. Which one do you want to take? I'll give you your salary. Or I'll give you your bonus. You're like, let me do some math on that. Well, let's see. I get paid $40K salary. And I got a $10,000 bonus. Do I want to live off of the bonus? Do I want to live off of $10,000 or do I want to live off of $40K? No. Stop trying to live off of your bonus, folks, okay? Bonus. Bonus is bonus. You want to make a living off of your winner, winner, chicken dinner. Keep that in mind. So 2 winners, then you want to add to it on your 3rd trade. You're not necessarily trying to take all 5 trades all the time. Now, should you practice? Yes, initially when you're practicing, so some people get this hung up. While you are in your practice, folks, it's not 5 trades and walk away. You need to be on your charts all the time. During that 120 days, I'm expecting as much time as you possibly can pour into those 3 sets of 40. 40, 40, 40, you need to spend that time on those charts, taking those trades. More clicks, more ticks. What does that mean? More clicks, all the clicks, take more clicks. I would rather you take losses in sim, take a lot of trades in there, clicks, and focusing on stopping yourself out quickly. Focusing on the techniques that I teach you, not focusing on the P&L, focusing on the techniques, focusing on the stops proper, focusing on the close button, half on, half off ads. As you grow, you will get better there. And then when you're ready, trust me, I think you'll know. I don't want to say trust me. I hate saying that. I hear too many gurus say trust me. I rarely say trust me. I don't want you to trust me. I want you to know. Okay, I want you to experience it yourself. That's why I give you the 2-week free trial, put the stuff in your hands. We come out here and we show it to you in real time. You get it, you'll know. You will know. All right. Yes, it looks overwhelming at first, but it's not. Or maybe it is. I mean, for some people, I think it is. I think for some people, it will be. There's we joke sometimes about some of the, I do need to come back and apologize to the trading community at some point I've said some really mean things to the ICT Muppets. Honestly, I actually do feel bad for them. But again, I don't know. I went off my rails at some points because they went things so personal, attacking my family, threatening and all. But it doesn't really matter, right? I'm a Christian. I'm bigger than that. It doesn't really matter. In the end of the game, I shouldn't have been as rude as I have been to them. I've probably taken these overboard, calling them Muppets, calling them completely retarded. Listen, they're God's children too. God made them. I don't know, sometimes I'm like, oh, what's up with this guy? But I'm not perfect. But yeah, as far as that goes, I joke about not being able to fix stupid. I'm just gonna leave that right there. Okay, not everyone is going to succeed. All right, I promise that's to be the case. I don't even have to make that promise. I don't have to make promises. I don't have to ask you to trust me either. But just, yeah. All right. Sorry, that was a long and lengthy answer there, but I did want to address. I think that's important to know. Like, have I increased and gotten better with the workspace? No. Can I work with the workspace at that? Yes. Is the Enigma awesome? Yeah. If I am reduced to only using 3, I'm probably going to be using the Enigma, and I'm probably going to be using the double cross double move, right? It's like a cheat, okay? And I'm definitely going to be using the masher, okay? Those are like my 3 cheats, right? Give me the Enigma, give me the DCDM, and a MACV, and bro, let's play, okay? Let's go. I can beat you all day. ICT, anytime you want to get in a trading competition, bro, before you go off into the sunset and I'm going to go sell some books. Oh, man. Pathetic. ICT, you're still pathetic, bro. I can say that to you. Okay, if you're still at these messages, click here to open a ticket. All right. Cool. Yesterday, Windows key and keyboard, regional settings. I'll download the free trial. First time I encountered this. That's not a question. Should we stay at 2 p.m.? Should we trade the 220 reversal PM? Do you think it's too risky for a noob? Eddie, I think, kind of answered this appropriately. Define the noob. If you're a noob, are you still in your 120 days? And if you are, should you not trade with real money yet? If you never practice it, how you get good at it? So again, yes, 220 reversal. Do I think it's more tricky than anything else? No. In fact, it brings volatility. So my point of telling you 220, that's a good place to play. I think it's one of those hot to trots. You have some pretty good volatility. Oftentimes comes in there. Not all the time. There's no guarantees that will ever always be something. And yes, 220, the answer of the question, do you think it's too risky for a noob? Simple answer is no. No, in fact, I think it's a good time, as I mentioned before, I think it's a good time to play, good time to practice, good opportunities there, and there's nothing dangerous about this point. Even at 220 particularly, even on FOMC day, that's 2 p.m., so that's 20 minutes past the danger zone of the FOMC. So again, that's why I say 220 is a good spot. In general, if you're going to be picking up plays, 220 is a good spot. If that's the time of day that you can trade, yeah, it's a good spot there. Hopefully I answered that question. Right now, add to the wish list. Okay, somebody said, is there any way to hide some of the harmonics? Not as of right now. I don't personally like or use all of them and find it's a lot of clutter on screen. I don't see any option in the settings, but I'm asking if there's some other hidden way to remove the ones I don't want to see. Okay. So yeah, I've somebody else has asked this too. Add it to the wish list. Okay, like if you want to take off the diamonds or take off whatever. Yeah, I think we can do that. So add to the wish list. I have seen that twice now. People ask, drop it in the wish list. Thank you, Coop, for telling them to put it in the wish list. And yeah, we can get around to that. It's going to be a lot of parameters to do, but yes, enable and disable. Maybe presenting a list of them to you. The parameters are going to get crazy. Like just thinking about the way that will be, because it'll be like, do you want the cipher? Yes. Do you want the shark? Yes. Do you want the bat? Yes. No. Yes. I don't know. Do you want the crab? Yes. No. Do you want the advanced crab? Yes. No. I mean, it's going to be a bunch. Trying to think off the top of my head how many we have. Do you want the diamond? Yes. Do you want the... I feel like there's more. Maybe that's it. Okay. So yeah, we can do that. Put it in the wish list. And thanks for that question. To find the updated weekly strategy, weekly ranges. Oof, that one scares me. You don't know where to get the weekly ranges at? And he's a member. Oof. That's video number 2. Okay, you definitely should know where to get this. Public chat, I always post them on Sunday or early AM, Monday morning, Sunday night, or Monday AM in public chat. It will go by. If you're a premium member, you simply go down to the premium members chat, and we don't have a ton of chat goes in there. Everything there is going to be more specific to exactly premium members chat. It's more reduced level of the chat in there, and you will find it right there each week on a Sunday or a Monday, posted at the beginning of the week, so you'll know the new optimized ranges for you to put onto your mid time frame chart. Okay, good question there, but scary question. Again, you should know that. We go into detail on that in those first few videos and understand the optimizations. Let's see. Quick question in regard to reboot project. Are we still following lessons under lesson library? Answer is yes. Or have things migrated to the website? Not yet. No, in progress. As soon as I'm done training, I'm telling you these are the things that are happening. When we're done training our tickets and techs and get everybody up to speed with these type of projects, get to be done there. The website we can ask is the beginner path sounded like it would be helpful to me. Yes, beginner path. This will be things like all the way down to, yes, I'm going to go out there and teach you what a futures contract is. Yes, I'm going to go out there and teach you what a candle is. Yes, what open, high, low, close, what the tape is, what bid asks are, what the how volume is calculated, all those types of things. Yes, I will do a beginner's course on that. It's coming. It's not available yet. Also, eBot was available for asking actual trading on, leaving on, okay, a couple live streams. Full auto version was meant to be used with a new strikes like cadence. If you want true full auto with optimizations, you need to get platinum for that. Okay, somebody was answering question for Jack. What did he say here? Vinny, when you are running auto 1 and 2 on Enigma full auto testing, what did you find in regards to the following? Total P&L, PNF, okay, well, that's not what I was searching for. Number one, not searching for that. What we were searching was time of day during those windows, as I got to go over in when we're talking about our full auto. People think, this is what I mean by I don't like talking about full auto to people that are, how do I say it? This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. This is normal people. This is full auto people. I don't like talking about these things because everybody gets obsessed with these things and you don't understand. You don't know what you don't know. The markets shift on a regular basis. You've got to be able to understand seasoning, earnings season versus non, mid-year versus post, beginning versus end, quarter v quarter, earnings v FOMC, non-FOMC, styles of days, particulars, and you are thinking that you're going to find the holy grail in there. Everybody does. And you find that you need to optimize appropriately for these things. And what you need to narrow down is best time of day, and then execute around RR and 5 trades, winner, winner, chicken dinner, which is what I come to the conclusion of. And if you think that you know better, guess what? Meet me up in a trading competition. When you can beat me, prove to me that I'm wrong. I have spent countless hours going down this rabbit hole. Okay, I know what you're thinking. You're at the beginning of your journey, I can assure you, of this type of style of thinking. You're a jack of all trades, master of none. I get it. If you want to be a master of that, it will take you a very long time to finally come to the sad conclusion that ultimately it is about the market shifting personality and having strategies that adjust and adapt on the fly. And that is the hardest thing, because when you run optimizations, back tests, walk forward testing and things, you find you don't want to, you cannot go in there and curve fit. Curve fitting is the bane of all existence of all optimization strategies when you're trying to do full auto, and everybody thinks that, yes, these 4 things, these are the things that you want to focus in on. That is where you start. This is noob. And I appreciate the fact that, yes, you're a noob. I get it. You're there. That's good, though. You know the noob things to look for, but you'll eventually, when you want to come over here and you hit pro level, you will figure out in your exhaustive levels of research and time that you will spend searching down this rabbit hole, that what you'll find on there, there's not a rabbit down there at all. Okay. It is a pit viper snake that just sucks the time and life out of you. And you will find that what you need is an adaptive system. And this is where I came up with the dual robot system. Okay. And that is a whole other conversation for a whole other day. Platinum members only. If you want to go there, you're going to have a little dough. I would suggest you prove yourself out in Cyborg first. If you can do it by hand, You can automate it. I see the numbers dropping off dramatically, which means people are bored to death of me talking about the full auto and these other items. Let's see. Result of full auto never tabulated and shared on Discord. Suggest watch your tone. I'm not interested in talking with you. You don't sound like you're a respectful individual to begin with. Number one, your little snide face here. Pardon my French, but you can go fuck yourself. Anything else? Like you pretend like you know what you don't know. You don't know squat, bro. You're jack of all trades. You are jack shit, in my opinion. I don't appreciate your attitude towards my members either, and I'll just state that in the public. Because see, here's the thing that I do. I speak the truth, and the truth will set you free, and I'm not interested in your feelings. Facts matter. There you go. 10-4. Sorry to hear the posts. That was somebody banning around things. Okay, so we're back here to 7:22. Where are we at? Hour and 44 minutes, and now we are 3 seconds away from an hour and 45. All right, I'll open up for questions. I'm going to go into the microphone. Anybody want to come and chat with me? I'll open up the mic here for the last 10 minutes or so. Actually, we might make it 15. We'll try to keep it under a 2-hour window there, but open mic, and or if nobody, where's the Donde está mi live? Here we go. All right, Vinny Jams live. There we go. Open mic there on Vinny Jams live. If you want to come have a chat with me, come say hello. Or if you want to type yours in the chat, that's fine too. George said, whenever we think we have an aha moment, Vinny and most other veteran pro traders have probably had the same aha moment 15 years ago. It did happen. In fact, George and I, he is a platinum member, and we had this long and lengthy conversation. George will be like, man, he actually told me, he's like, Vinny, you need to do a video of this, talk about exactly what you just showed me here, because yes, he was going on the rabbit hole. He's trying these different things. He was trying, well, hey, what if we do this, Vinny? Hey, we do that. It's like, I appreciate the direction that you're going, and you can absolutely go and spend your time going down that hole. I've been there, gone down it very far on every different way, every different optimization path, every different drought, like literally thousands of backtest optimization, walk forward tests and examinations methods. And what you find is like, yes, anything works for a period of time. And then as the market shifts and adjusts, like, how do you dynamically make code to do that? And that's where I came up with ultimately a dual robot system is better than a single. You're never going to find, I don't want to say never. I will never say never. Anybody who is saying that kind of stuff, they're usually scammers. That's classic, ICT chat, day trader paradise Muppets, all those types of people that say always, never, that kind of stuff. I'm open enough to go prove me wrong. Please, somebody do. I would love somebody to spend the time, come and spend that time in it, and please come teach me. I am not going to tell you that I know everything about everything. The things I do know quite well. You come here to ask my opinions, I'll definitely give it to you, especially if you talk to me respectfully. If you doubt me, listen, then you're not intelligent enough to have the conversation to begin with. Understand my experience and level that I'll tell you up front, and then go prove me wrong. Go prove me wrong, then come bring your snide remarks. But a wise person typically doesn't do that. They're like, hey, well, you know what? Actually, I found this. And then maybe ask my opinion on it. Because I'll probably go, in fact, I think some people, I'm not going to name names, some people brought them to me and be like, hey, look at this. I'm like, okay, yeah, now watch this. Run it through a Monte Carlo, run it 2 years back in 2018, or at that time, it was 2018. Go, now watch run it in 2018. What happens? Oh, shit, what happened? Yeah, 2018, you forgot. Market got to sub double digits, got into single digit volatility. What do you do in that? So yeah, there will be scenarios. Do you think you got everything good? And that's just one example. And I could be like, well, I'll pull up another one. And that's just experience. I'm like, I remember what this year did. I know what that year did. And I discovered them for myself. Like, so I know some things. I know a few things. But yes, please come teach me. I'm always looking forward to it. If somebody's got something my time is also very valuable now. I got 4 kids. Wife, life, elderly parents, etc. So my time is different. When I was younger, I might have spent all kinds of time with you, debating and all that kind of whatnot. I would prefer you go debate with your friends, okay? Then come talk to daddy, okay? And do it in a presentation format, and then I'll reserve my judgments. And then if I feel like it's worthy of my time, I'll come and spend it to you. Don't be offended by it. Just we're in different stages. All right.
I have a question.
Yes, sir. How's it going, Rain?
It's going good.
Awesome. Hey, nice job on your trading there, sir. Hey, but you know what? I appreciate that attitude. The thing is an intelligent person is willing to take the critiques and learn from it and not get offended by it. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, no. After I watched it over, I was like, oh man, I am really moving them. Like moving my stops and targets.
Yeah, and again, you probably could have watched your stuff back, and like you said, right, you saw it afterwards. You didn't see it in time, but if you watched your own video, you probably could have critiqued your own. I could have like let you be like, all right, come out here tonight and critique your own video, and you probably would have given you the same critiques because I know you've watched enough of my critiques. You already know what I'm going to say, right? On most of it, am I right?
Yeah.
Was there anything I surprised you by? Just curious.
I'd have to go rewatch it, but so the last trade I took, that was just hilarious. I don't know what I was doing. When I think you were
like, I'm up 3K, baby. I'm pressing the button is what it looked like to me. Because I was like, this guy knows. He's like, oh, bro, I only got like $10 more to get over that 3K target. And you were like, just go. You looked like you were getting antsy for the final trade. Is what it looked like.
I was, because I was like, I was going down and I was like, oh wait, I only needed $300 more to cover the commissions. Oh, I need to close this.
Yeah.
And no, my question was though is, so the recommended is 8,000 for minis, but what about micros? If you were to trade micros only.
So just the easiest formula for that, to keep it simple for everybody, is anything I've already told you that applied to the minis, just divide it by 10. So okay. 8K would be 800, 2,500 would be 250, just in general. Now, the problem is you also have to tag in commissions on those because the commissions are way out of whack when it comes to micros.
Yeah, I saw that.
Comparatively speaking to like how many ticks it costs you, it's like costs you 2 ticks to get in. I mean, you have to go 2 ticks in and 2 ticks out. So it's costing you 4 ticks to get around in general. I want to say in general because it's not exact, but you have to estimate. And what I've really, as a automated trader, I have gotten very good at estimating because that's what you're trying to do. You know what? I'm going to draw this. George actually had mentioned I did this when I did this with him. All right, I'm going to draw the bell curve. Everybody knows what a bell curve is. If you know what a bell curve is, type a 1. If you don't, type a 2. The educator here tonight, bell curve. Good. 50 line. Pretty standard in the course you'll take. I don't know. You don't have to go to college anymore for this stuff. You can look at all the stuff online. You try to, it's the bell curve fit. You're not going to satisfy everything all the time. You're going to have these outliers on the edges. This section here, this section out here. Okay. You're going to have these crazy outliers of scenarios. In general, when you're doing bell curve studies on statistical analysis, okay, you want this area, okay? And so I learned to apply this towards my fully automated stuff, and they're like, but I could have made more money if I did this. Okay, so I'll just divide this up into our 3 colors classics of RGB. I want to be green, right? Well, if I want to be the most green, what I found was you focus right here. Okay, I have to leave this alone, leave this alone, leave this alone, and leave this alone. This is as simple a visual as you can get to understand what we're trying to do. Ballpark. Okay, I'm ballparking here because the markets are not controlled by math. Anybody who's telling you that it is, they're trying to sell you something. Classic Shalom Benzev, classic retards that want to be smart. They have Dunning-Kruger syndrome. An intelligent person is willing to learn and listen. The people who think that they know things and just blurt things out when it's false facts, willing to speak it just because they want to be heard, those are the ones you got to be careful of, and they will try to debate these things. But the market is controlled by fear and greed, but he wants to say that it's controlled by a single algorithm. ICT, you're stupid. ICT can't even code. He's stupid. What do you know about any kind of code? How are you going to talk about code when you never code? Like, you can't code. Get out of here. What are you talking about? Makes no sense. Bell curve, we're shooting for this spot here. This is what George and I had this long conversation around. Is I said, when you start to curve fit things, and it's like, well, how far do you curve fit? Because there is, no matter what, you're somewhere in there. There's some level of curve fit. But what you want to do is get it into the 50th percentiles, 75th percentiles, but we're not trying to get out here in the 80th, 90th, 100th percentiles on either side, negative or positive on your bell curve. And we want the majority of the meat here, and you can adapt it with size. And this is why I really focus with you guys on what? Sizing. Sizing appropriately in the same way when you look at, the stats as a poker player. If a poker player playing the majority of the times with the proper hands and whatnot, they are playing for this. They're playing for the majority of all hands. When do they lose? They lose when these crazy outliers, on some random chance your buddy across the table happens to get that, whatever, some crazy straight flush, whatever. It's so out there. Or maybe he loses out here on some lucky flop that's like a 2, 4, 7 on the table, and I don't know, they're playing it out, and he's like, what are the odds that this guy's got it? Okay, that's the type of scenario. And he's got he's got 2 aces in hand. He's like, this should be 2, 4, 7 on the table, but the other guy ends up having something stupid that's like some outlier over here. He's playing the stats here, as long as he doesn't go all in. And that's the thing, it's your bet sizing, because here's what it comes down to. Most people negate this right here. Okay, because I have found in my ultimate discoveries of how you're going to play the markets, unless you have unlimited size. Because somebody said earlier, well, what about AI? Could AI do it? Yes, with unlimited size, you can do anything. With unlimited bankroll, you can do anything. Okay, but with limited bankroll, anything of a normal person that's not going to be running massive level hedge funds. And we're not, look, even hedge funds are not big enough to play some of the big stuff. We're talking about like BlackRock level, owning everything types of scenarios. Your bet sizing has to be applied to hitting the majority of all cases in the bell curve. And we want time of day. That's a big one, because time of day, there are some things that happen quite often in certain time realms of day, particularly between 9 and 10 a.m. Why? Because some things are forced. What you want to do is find the things that are forced every day. A lot of trades are forced at the open, right? And there are a lot of trades forced at the end of day, right? By who? 401ks, hedge funds, primarily 401ks though, right? Well, when did the 401ks come into the market? So there's a seasonality. Well, they have to come in on the 1st and the 15th. Why the 1st and the 15th? Because that's when people get paid, right? Now some people paid bi-weekly, and that's, so there's some extra stuff that comes in there, but 401k money has to be applied, within X number of hours after, and they execute those at the open. So forced volatility, another forced volatility event, what? Contract rollover. Contract rollover is a forced event. Okay. So first you need to start with, and these are the things that nobody programs for. What about the forced events? I never hear any of these guys who think they're so smart and like, well, why don't you find all the forced events first? Again, they don't. But guess who does? Me. You know why? Because I've been around this horn. And I found these correlations. What about Christmas time? What about New Year's? What about beginning of the year? What about first quarter, final quarter? There are things in seasonality that are there, but those still are not necessarily forced. There's tendencies, and this is what a lot of people focus on. Even ICTs out there, like, the tendency of this time of the year. Okay, the tendency. This is weak sauce, bro. This is noob shit over here. ICT is a complete noob. He's just one of those overconfident people, Dunning-Kruger syndrome, and he's a narcissist, thinks that he's God's gift to the world, so he needs to talk like he knows things. He doesn't know shit. You can tell from his trading. He's basic, very basic. Support resistance. Oh, look, there's an INWOG. Really? Gap? Really? Gaps? You're acting like gaps are a big thing, bro? Oh my word. Oh, I invented the FVG. Bro, FVG is just a support and resistance on a smaller time frame. It's actually worse than other things. It's after an impulse leg. Everybody knows about an impulse leg. I was teaching impulse legs when I was 2. I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying. It's just basic stuff. And he's like, oh, the tendency in the markets during this time. Yeah, I learned this from Larry Williams. Blah, 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 blah. Please. Larry Williams, fraud. ICT, fraud. Give me a break. Ooh, Robbins. Oh, the Robbins. Robin, tweet, 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 tweet. Get out of here, bro. So bet sizing, that's what I tell you guys. 1 through 5. And then, and then you run out. Like, you don't want to continue to play against. That happens to be that market that day that does not work. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do statistically when the play is here. Okay, what you don't want to do is don't blow out here. When this event occurs, it's called a black swan event. Some people refer to it as a black swan event. Don't let a black swan blow you out. They happen here and here. These crazy events that are way outliers. The scenarios of, as I told you guys before, what are the stats? Know your stats on how many losses in a row. Go look statistically at how often an enigma, how often are you going to see 8 losers in a row? Now you're going to find one, but they're rare, right? What's the percentage? Know what that stat percentage is. But you're like, well, yeah, Benny, well, it's higher than what you said. Oh, really? No, because see, you didn't realize I paid attention to also time of day. Sure, if you were going of all time overnight, like, okay, you're playing all overnight. No, but in the time of day, when I tell you the high time, like, what is the high watch time, right? Write that down. What's high watch time? Well, if you're a Bible believer and you're a Bible studier, high watch time, we're in one right now for the good Lord to return, okay? High watch time. Well, high watch time for a good play to set up. Are you basing the statistics on all day? Have you divided up to something called granularity? Well, so you don't even start to think about granularity. What's granularity? What grain level is the smallest level that you are going to use as your criteria for any of your mathematical analysis? What's the grain? I'll let that sit there for a minute just to bug you. The guy who's actually smart is going, what does he mean? What's the actual grain? Define it. Give me an example. I'm going to let you soak it for a minute. Because if you don't know what your grain is, I'll just point out the fact that you don't know jack shit. Yes, I'm talking to you, jack of all trades. Yes, I'm talking to you, Shalom Benzev. What's the grain? Think about it. I know you're sitting there right now. You don't know the answer, do you? You have no idea. People in here who have not been in this trading thing, whatnot, next kind of person who would know the answer to this is a person who's in data. A data scientist will know what I'm talking about. A database, not necessarily admins. A lot of admins don't know this, but a data architect absolutely does. Database designs absolutely does. A data warehouse architect absolutely does. When you say grain, bro, they know exactly what you're talking about. Because you have to start there. Because you have to ask management, how far down are you willing to go? How far down do you want to drill down? You start at that grain. That's the smallest point. It's like, how big is your pixel going to be? Right? Pixels on a screen. How large is a pixel? That you cannot, can you get any smaller than a pixel? Not on a television screen, not on a computer monitor screen. People used to think, oh, if we start, dissecting molecules, we'll get down to a level, we'll find out what the base is. They're like, oh, it's atoms. Oh, now an atom is made up of quarks, and quarks are made up of, they start digging. The farther they go, they can't even find it, right? God is amazing what he created here, y'all. Right? What's the granularity? What grain? So starting with the grain, now I'm going to go ahead and answer the question. What grain should you start at here? Well, this is suggested by me. You should look at it in slivers of time. Now, do you think you should look at it the 1 second? I don't think so. I think that grain's too small. Personally, my personal feeling is the 1 second is a little bit too small for the granularity level. I don't want to do analysis at the 1 second level. How about the 2 second level? No, probably not too either. Okay, let's get a little bigger. 1 minute. Well, do I really want to do analysis all the way down to 1 minute chart for all time of day? Maybe. Depends on what time of day. So now you divide your granularity. Let's say that you want to do minute bars. Fine. Okay, minute into what hours of the day? Do I want to do the minutes across all the days? How many minutes are in a day? Somebody pop quiz. Tell me, how many minutes are in a day? I'm going to drive all your Alexas crazy. Alexa, how many minutes are in a day?
One day is 1,440 minutes.
1,440 minutes. All your Alexas all were saying it at the same time, weren't they? How many of y'all were listening to this on speaker? Of course, it's midnight right now. What is it? Midnight. So either that or I woke your spouses up. All right. So the session. All right. The session. Yes. First, you need to define your session, then the grain. So two things that nobody even talks about: the session and the grain. What session are you going to focus on? You guys are doing daily bars? Well, see, that's the problem with most of these guys, okay? They're doing daily bars. Well, the daily bar, you don't have to worry about that, right? Well, now they're having to look at the seasonality level, like what year is it? So listen, you have to choose it. You have to define that, and you have to base it on, well, what's your goals? So you need to even start farther back than that. What's your goal? Start there, and that's why I draw this right here. $500. That was for me. My database positions were, making me around $500 a day. Now, at some point, I was making $95 an hour at one point. Was working for the Texas Rangers baseball team, doing their stuff. We created their entire scouting system. Got to create where like I could go out on the laptop out on the field and sync it back with the home database and whatnot. That was a pretty fun project. But on average, I was like, look, if I made $500 a day, that would, any other position, if I wasn't on that one, like, yeah, I would need to replace my income, $500 a day, about 6 figures a year. Cool. If I could do that, be happy. So that's where I start. It's my base. That's where it starts. So now working on average $500 a day, now I can start to define my grains, my sessions. And what do? I start by, doing my best guess at what I think is a great strategy, and then strategy parameters. Best guess, have to start with best guess, and people have no idea what about that is. You have to know some things about the market to start there. So people think, well, let the AI figure it out. Okay, you could, but the problem is AI doesn't know how to not curve fit. Very difficult to tell it not to curve fit. It will curve fit first. Now, sometimes you can get some analysis out of it and figure out that. But what's funny is you'll ultimately end up finding out that, oh, well, moving averages aren't too bad. It'll come back and find out, well, we can solve this with moving average. Yes, you can actually solve all these problems with anything relatively simple. But if you step up, if you just add a few more things, a little bit more, and I think especially now that we have access to order flow really becomes key. Anything else, I don't say anything else because that's another one of those always, never, blah, 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 anything. Okay, no. If you're not using order flow, I think you're missing out on some extra edge, in my opinion. I think you should combine it with structure. As you guys know, that's how I teach it. Now, want to code that? Sure, code it. But now once you're coding it, define the grain, define your targets, define your risk levels in there, and then find not what the P&L is going to be, because you're like, here's the next mistake they always make. And I already kind of hit it here with the bet sizing, but they're like, okay, now I'm going to run this on one contract. Okay, now on one contract, how much can I make? Wow, noob. No, this is what I mean by unlimited bankroll, because you have to be able to adapt this. You need to be able to get into the 100 contract layers. You need to be able to get into 50 contract layers at least. That's why I say if you're going to start doing full auto stuff, you got to have at least 50K in those accounts, in my opinion. Now, break the mold. Somebody come teach me. Somebody show me I'm wrong. Somebody prove it and come beat me with a full auto, whatever, anything. Bring it. What you'll find out.
This is not me challenging you.
Yes.
But will you challenge Trades by Matt, please?
Trades by Matt. Is he still trading?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know he was still trading. Funny enough, out of all the scammers, he's still my favorite. At least he apologized. He actually has a video out there. I think he might have taken it down now, but I recorded the video where he, apologized for, I literally gave him a $5,500 donation to his children's, not his children's foundation, but, the one that he was supporting at the time, and biggest donation he's ever gotten and whatnot. And they totally trolled me, attacked me, and blah, blah, blah. And, now I'm in a legal suit against Day Trader Paradise, who decided to jump on that bandwagon, all the kind of bullshit that they try to pull. But out of all of them, Trades by Matt at least came to me, apologized. He actually said that he would. Now, mind you, whether he meant it or not, I try to take people at their word first, give them the opportunity to give me the word. And, we haven't crossed paths again. He isn't still talking smack. He at least learned his lesson. I think other people are stupider where they want to keep trying to push it. You got, dumbasses like Day Trader Paradise, Rocket Scooter. You got ICT, the big guys out there. Trades by Matt. I feel like he's an innocent Muppet. And
he's just him and that Patrick Whaling guy on Twitter. They just shill for Top Step.
Yeah,
yes.
That's true. I feel like that's what kind of everybody knows by now. I don't know if there's anything to prove with them. Although I did hear Patrick Whaling out there being like, I'm the best. I'm the best. What? Okay, bro.
Yeah, I tagged you in one of his Twitter posts and he didn't like that.
Yeah. Well, he's got me blocked. I don't think, last time I checked, Trades by Matt had not blocked me. So he's also one of the few of these scammers that have not blocked me. So again, I would give Trades by Matt a second pass. And he did say in his apology when I said, it would be cool, Vinny. He said, we should do a charity event. And I wish somebody would actually track him back. Be like, hey, remember that time that you and Vinny, like you said, you wanted to do a charity event with Vinny? I actually wrote him 2 emails. He didn't respond back. And I said, hey, dude, when are we going to do that? You want to do that? I'd do it.
No, he's doing...
Yeah.
He's doing a meetup in Chicago. You should fly out there and go ask him.
In Chicago?
Yeah,
Where's he
I think
going
he
to
moved to Chicago.
No, wait.
Are you in his Discord or no?
Matt? Wait, trades by Matt moved to Chicago?
I think so, but they keep doing these like trader
Can,
meetups in Chicago.
can anyone verify that?
But he has one going right now for the 29th.
Okay, I mean, if he goes up there, that's one. Dude, he's moving from Austin, Texas to Chicago.
I know he
No
moved. I
way.
remember seeing something. He popped back up on my YouTube feed saying that he moved or something.
Oh, okay. Well, find out for me if you don't mind. I mean, last he was a Texas boy. Last time I checked, he hasn't completely lost his mind and moved to the liberal world of
Maybe
Chicago.
the Wednesday vibes are better up there.
What's he want to do? Get shot? I mean, want to dodge bullets? Is he a bullet dodger now? What? You need to live more on the edge. He's got a family now. He's got
Wednesday
babies and stuff.
vibes.
You would definitely not move. Why would you move to Chicago? I mean, he better gotten a job. Like what? Oh, that place is dangerous. And I know my dad was from there. He's from Dalton, Illinois. My cousins still live up there. And bro, like, oh man. And the only reason they're staying there is because they own their business, and one of their dads owns a bar up there, and they're in the bar business, and it's a hand me down through the family generation type of thing. But they'd be out of there in a heartbeat if they didn't. But that's interesting. I'm actually kind of curious if Matt really did that. He's not in Texas anymore. No, Texas boy going to Chicago. Woo! My dad did the opposite. He's like, I'm getting out of Chicago. I'm coming down here to Texas. Not going back. Chicago's super cold. Yeah, it's definitely super cold too, and dangerous. Holy cow. Yeah, more like bottom step, top step, bottom step. So, yeah. Any others around that? Any questions around what I'm drawing here on the bet sizing tendencies, the understanding of the things that you don't know, but you'll go down that windy path and you'll find out that if you just work your bet sizing and cadence, that's the other thing, like key to this whole deal. Sometimes it's like Occam's razor states that if two scenarios have equal outcomes, the simplest solution is the best solution. So come to find out is cadence in there is really nice because you can avoid black swan events, not fully avoid. I mean, if you were playing all day, the longer you play, this is another thing. The longer that you trade, the more opportunities for you to run into a black swan event. The less you trade, which is why I tell you guys, again, the whole bull riding thing is get in, get out, right? Maximize your time, maximize your plays. And if you cadence and you reduce the session times, then you can play with the stats in the bell curve area. In the majority of times, you can pull more P&L out of this space than you can trying to also add this and this. Is my giant drawing mess enough for the mess? I'm definitely gonna get trolled for this screenshot, and I should. Somebody be like, "This is Vinny trying to describe his." Yeah, I can only imagine the screenshots and the trolling that would come from this without context or knowing that this was drawn over. I don't know how long I've been talking here for, but is everyone more confused than when they came in, or did you learn something from that? Does it make any sense to you at all, or did I confuse you more?
I'm sorry. It's a vacation house, is what he said on Twitter. Is what he moved into for now.
In Chicago?
I don't know if it's in Chicago, but it just says
okay.
Moved to a new vacation house. But I still think you should go up there to the meetup.
So they're doing a meetup in Chicago.
Yes. It's an open bar.
I don't know that I would survive. I really don't. As a crazy podunk, Trump-loving, conservative, Christian, white male in Chicago in a bar with my enemies, bro. I better bring some bodyguards. How many of y'all gonna volunteer to be my bodyguards? And how many of y'all are bigger than me? I'm 215 pounds, 6 foot with my shoes on, 6'1". Anybody big enough to like cover bullets for me or what? Okay. They're crazy in Chicago, man. I don't know about that. Let's see, Central Lamb screenshot is awesome. Makes sense to learn. You learned some stuff. Okay, good. Another one makes sense. I'd like to learn more about it. Cool. Well, actually, I teach it here. I mean, I teach the cadence stuff. The stuff that I tell you to do by hand. When we code it, the dual robots, the people who are in Platinum, dual robot, Enigma, like, think about what we're doing there. We can literally set the first robot. You know, you can build a simple system like this. So first bot. You know, I boiled it down to a simple formula like this for myself is to bot one sim, feed that data down to here. After we've got, you know, you can do things, you can change that cadence to whatever you want, have it as a parameter. So in the morning, I want to have it set to 2. So set the cadence equal to 2. So after 2 losers, I want to take the next trade, right? Now this one feed data back because it says, hey, once I've won 2 winners, winner, winner, chicken dinner, I close out everything and increase my trade size from trades 1 through 5. I allow this one to go, okay, I will take 5 trades. So we put that into the code. I'll take 5 trades during the session. After 2 of those, I'm going to trade 5 until I get 2. And then after I get 2, we reset and start again or close down the whole thing on an Enigma. Now, Enigma, you need to have a very powerful strategy to do this on, which is why I wouldn't just do this on any strategy. But on Enigma, right, you see how this fits? Because I need to start with a very powerful strategy, number 1, right? Because Ian, you're avoiding the black swan events as well. And then time of day. What time of day? Am I going to run this all day? No. Now I find what time of day does this work the best? And we know 9 to 11, right? How did I find that? So this answers all the way back to the question that our Jack of all trades wrote was, what did you gain from it? Did you do this, 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 and this? You notice his 4 things that he wrote weren't the primary thing that I was looking for, which was time of day. What time of day did the system make the most? And the time of day was 9 to 11. Now, can I find some other times of day where I could reverse the logic? Uh-oh, now we're getting super deep, bro. Now, this is what I call inversion. Now, if I find a time of day where I have winners, and if I find a time of day where I have losers, as long as there are big winners or big losers, we have edge. If it's 50-50 or it's washy-washy, then you have no edge there. I go over that extensively in the Lunchbot and the 2-finger salute video. Go watch the visuals around that one. But inversion would be, okay, during this time of day, well, it doesn't work well at all. In fact, it's the opposite. Somebody actually mentioned before, it's like, oh, well, what if can we reverse the logic? Well, that's what I call inversion. Invert the logic. So if a long is short and a short is long, yeah, you can do that. In fact, I have a full auto system that does that. I literally press 1 button and it's on. Or I have it in the parameter to say auto reverse during X period of time. We have that also inside of the 2-finger salute. 2-finger salute, it auto reverses, inverts the logic where? Inside the golden rope zone in the rivers, right? So there's your explanations around a lot of big things. We talked about a lot of stuff here tonight. Went longer than I expected. Hopefully you guys got some good stuff out of that. Thanks for hanging out here with me tonight. It's not even midnight. We did pretty good here tonight. So thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, and the rest of the gang. Let's send out that big H-Town. See ya.